everybody? What is up, everybody? This is Mr. Extrodin back with another video. I'm not alone. I have the entire squad over here. We're not 13, but, 5 is better than none, Anyway,
go take 5.
I have Pila Maseta, Buckmeister Cul, I have Zuko, and I have Tebello Khala. They will introduce themselves just now. But since you're new, or if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, click the notification bell icon so that you can get notified of any other videos that we might be releasing in the future. This is Africa is Next. What do we do here? We talk about all things geeky stuff, whether it's manga, whether it's anime, maybe sometimes we might even do games, who knows? But that's what we do over here. And if you like more of such content, you can find more of such content on Nerdgasm Podcast with KC Media. And with that said, I would like Tebello to start and introduce himself to anybody who's new there. Watching us.
I just noticed I've never introduced myself.
Oh.
Wow. No, wait, no, you have. Okay, anyway, go ahead. Make this the second time.
Hi, what's up, you guys? I'm Tebello Khala. I'm one of the anchors for Nerdgasm Podcast, alongside with my friend there over Pila. We have our perpetual guests, Mr. Extrodin, Mr. Buckmeister, who are basically other co-host members. Let's be honest.
They're family now.
Yeah, shame that they've been corrupted. I don't know who.
No, fella, we even had beef, but then we made up afterwards. We're about to have some more beef afterwards.
Like a family. I have a channel, KC Media. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We have a podcast, Nerdgasm Podcast. We have the Geek Spot, where I interview all our awesome geeks throughout this entire country, just to show everybody that geeks are the majority in this land. There are more of us than there are of them. We are all in all walks of life. So, and we basically do what we're doing here. I'll be a little vulgar. I've got something to tell you guys. Do I have some tea? We'll come back. We'll come back. I'll tell you shortly, but that's basically hashtag. I don't have any hashtags. Who does the hashtags? Oh, Recast Chala. There he is over there. We also have a new TikTok, Twitter. Is it Twitter? Yeah, it's called a Twitter. We've got a Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter, KC at KC Media 291. We are. That's where apparently I'm more suited because I'm a vulgar person for some reason. So you'll see me at my rawest there.
You have joined us in the land of degenerates. Degeneration X.
Did you see my latest tweet?
I saw.
Or tweet. Or whatever it's called.
I saw it. You know what? That's what it is now. It's a tweet.
And then we have Buckmeister Cul.
What is up, everybody? Bankai. Advert place over here.
Oh, God.
You get frozen in time for like 30 seconds.
5 seconds.
You're forced to listen to my promo of myself. So Buckmeister Cul reacts and Meister Geek Media on YouTube. As he said, Recast Chala. Campaign across all my social medias and everything and all of that good stuff. Please go check out the webtoons. I have got 3 titles on there. I've got Black Panther vs. Kang, I've got Black Fist, and I've got Neon Wave. And if you check all of that stuff out, it'd be really appreciated and all of that stuff. Some new stuff is coming soon. Black Panther vs. Kang issue 4 is going to be dropping. Issue 3, sorry, not 4. 3. Oof, I'm getting ahead of myself. 3 is going to be dropping. Let's get back to this Bleach.
All right, and then we have Pila Maseti.
Hello. I'm Pila. I think they've all mentioned all the channels. I'm a resident. I'm a guest. I come through. I say my hot takes. Speaking of hot takes, if anyone has hot takes on Bleach, it would be nice. Comment below. Subscribe. Comment below. Maybe at the end of when we're done with the reviews, we can read everybody's hot takes. I'll give you a free hot take. I think Acero is the worst attack in Bleach. It has no kills. It literally has no effect, but it's hyped as hell. Hot take. Put that down below.
I want to fight you, but you speak truth.
And then we have the son of Lord Ozai, Lord Zuko himself.
Isn't he
I love
Iroh's?
being
Ain't he
here.
Iroh's baby? I feel
No,
like he's Iroh's baby.
It's
Yeah.
Zuko's.
It's Ozai's.
It's
But okay.
Ozai's.
Nah, me, I feel like Iroh was clapping cheeks on low key.
I ain't saying anything.
Anyway.
Dumelang. Nna ke invita fela ko kasi fela wa bona o ithatelang di-enemy nyana tsena o ithatelang dintho tsa teng fela le nna ke tlo bua fela re tlo bua ka bleach le nna ke invite le nna ke tlo bua dumelang ba gaetso.
Yeah.
What type of avatar was that?
Yeah.
That is the Sutu dub, Baba.
Activated.
That's the Anyway, yeah. So we are continuing with our bleach discussion. Last time we ended up at the fake Karakura. What's the name? Kurakara town arc. All right. So we're just going to continue from there.
Let me check the text.
So basically, at this point in time, the Gote 13 have met.
Oh, it's Karakura. You're right.
Karakura, no?
Karakura.
Karakura.
Aizen Sama, you are coming here to intentionally distract us.
Oh, before I continue, I just wanted to let you know, my mom watched the podcast.
Oh.
There it is.
What did you say?
Which one?
Oh no! What did we do?
I blink twice if you need help.
Which one did she watch, bro? Because we do like 1,000 podcasts.
She watched Deadgasm.
Which one?
Which one was it? The one it doesn't the darts one. There you go.
Oh, the suspense was killing me because I was like, did she watch the filler arc? Because oh god.
Oh no. I would have died.
Yeah, when we talk about clapping Superman, Aurora's cheeks or Wonder Woman's cheeks.
Fuck my. I should put that clip on Twitter. We'll definitely get 1 million followers after that.
Without a doubt. Anyway, yeah. So
you're on notice.
Same circle.
You're a bad influence. So you're all bad influences. So I'm just.
You named it. You named it.
One of
I
these
refuse
days.
to take responsibility.
So
great power, great responsibility. You must take the great responsibility.
So your mom heard you say you should spread it. You must be more viral than herpes.
No, hell no. I managed to stop that by then. It's like, Mom, it's getting late now. Bye.
Hey, Mom, that's enough. Hey, Mom, wait, that's enough.
Hey,
Look
look
at the time.
like, look at these boys. Look at these rambunctious boys. Look at them. Not me though.
Wait, so this is
hilarious.
You know what's the funny thing?
Hold on. You know what's funny, guys? You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Tebello acted like a high school kid when he found out that he was getting caught with his laptop. He was like, hold on.
Whoopsie. The funny thing is, you, Mr. Pila, can do no wrong in my mom's eyes. It's like, oh, look at him. Look at him. He's doing so well.
What? No way. No way. What are you talking about? This I don't curse as much.
No, you know,
I was cursing like a
He's the one leading you astray.
The thing about Pila is he doesn't talk much. So if you're not careful, you'll think that but when he gets in.
You know what he's like? It's Professor Utonium. You know how everybody thinks Professor Utonium is this stand-up guy? Kantine, he's got so many people. He's been busy, Chief.
He's been clapping Miss Bellum, it's been clapping Juicer.
Bro gets around and everybody just looks at him. He's just the girl dad.
Even the preschool teacher, he clapped that. Don't tell me.
Keen changed the whole life for Professor Utonium, guys.
His skin is a regular there.
Okay.
Anyway.
Kings.
It's called a tangent.
Hi, Zuko. Welcome to the podcast where we just go left and right and center.
I just wanted to confess that you're on notice. That's all. Okay, let's continue with Bleach.
Okay.
All right. So Aizen, the Gote 13, So I think we edited Siphon, right? Siphon versus the Grand
Paragon, yeah.
Baragan.
Baragon.
Basically, we just started
Baragon.
with the battles of the big three.
the
And
big three.
Yeah, the first, second, and third Espada. So
Oh,
if I'm not quite correct, we ended where
Ikaku.
no, we ended the four fractions actually split up. We didn't discuss those fights.
We did, didn't we?
No,
we
We
touched on
did
them briefly.
the knockdown monsters.
yeah, we they took down those biggest ugly monsters, and then Baragan was like, if you've got 4 ants guarding you're guarding those pillars, I'll send 4 dragons to crush them. And I only remember 2 of them.
No, we spoke about, guys. We even spoke about the death of Baragan.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we
we
did.
covered. Yeah, I think we
Oh.
covered most of it then. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think we haven't spoken about Halibel and Toshiro, and we haven't spoken about.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
We spoke about how disappointed we were about Stark, but we didn't really get into it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is such
right.
a letdown. I loved it. You know, when I felt like, have you seen that scene where Tyra Banks is yelling at one of those one of the contestants?
We were rooting for you.
Yeah, that's me to Stark. I was rooting for you. I believed in you. We were all rooting for you.
Because it actually, when we spoke about it last week, it came to my notice that his power was literally just zero. It was just like super powerful
Yet
zero.
again,
That was it.
Zero. Disappointment.
It was just
And then-
Like how are you the number 1 Espada? The number 2 Espada was controlling death, basically. He could disintegrate you. The 3rd Espada can control water and take it from the atmosphere. She could take the water from the atmosphere.
Let me tell
And then
you
you
guys what.
shoot Ceros. That's
But
it.
to be fair, he'd body Halibel.
I mean, yes, but it's not a
It
compelling
doesn't look interesting, but I'm just saying, if we're talking power to power, like he'd crush Halibel pretty easily.
And let's not forget, it
Yes.
also split apart his soul into those wolf things.
Yeah.
So
I mean, again, you know.
Okay, that was cool.
His true powers is basically he's just suffering from what you call that what do you call the disease?
Thanks for that, Tebello. Actually, that's his power. He can split his soul into anything he wants. Okay, Cero-based something, but he can split his soul into power, into Cero-based power. Because remember, his Farrakhan was actually his soul.
Yes.
His gun is actually his soul.
Mm.
It's not. He made it. He's basically.
There's that mental illness about, you know, when you start
What,
creating.
DID?
No, the idea is like when you've got multiple personalities. Then there's another one where you create personalities around you, like the guy from A Beautiful Mind. What is the name of it? Is it schizophrenia?
Yeah.
Yeah, schizophrenia is when you
I
see.
guess so.
So yeah, basically Stark's power is schizophrenia because it's just that he can manifest his
Okay,
his
just a quick
mental
disclaimer to anybody who heard schizophrenia. We're not psychiatrists. We're just using it to explain a fictional character. Don't at us at the in the comments and you guys are making fun of. We're talking about. There's literally a demon man in the background.
Please laughing.
Why are you here?
Please.
But also, I do feel like we're intellectualizing Stark a lot. Guys, it was whack. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Nobody was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a cool moment." We were all just like,
"But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it." But then when he was not doing anything, and like when what's his name? He has the flyest coat. I keep forgetting it.
Shinsui.
Shinsui. There we go. When I'm saying when he was not doing anything to Shinsui, and Shinsui was just avoiding the thing, I was just like, all right, bro, this is because also the other thing is Shinsui kind of also, like I'm saying, Shinsui also kind of disappointed me a little bit in the fight because I thought I was gonna see a Bankai or something. I've been wanting to see this Bankai.
Even Ukitake disappointed. I feel like when Kubo was reaching that moment or that fight, I think he had a creative block.
Obviously.
Because all those people were supposed, like all those 3 characters, Ukitake, Shinsui, and Stark, were supposed to be like this apex characters. You know what I mean? Like this overpowered characters, and then all of a sudden,
Plot.
it's overwhelming.
No, you can't use your Bankai here. They're not ready for that. I'm like, why not, dude? It's only the end of the world. No, but you can't.
It's like he broke the fourth wall and looked at us. No, you cannot use your Bankai yet. Ding!
Yeah.
It's the same moment when what's his name? Number 6 Espada. Grimijo was about to release his sword the first time around. And then Ukira came and blocked him and grabbed his sword. It's like, no, don't release the sword here. Save it for later. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was this, because for me it's like, this is someone. These are the two kids that were hyped by Yamamoto himself in the Soul Society arc, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even get to see them box in the Soul Society arc, so I was like super excited. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why I'm enjoying like the blood wars or whatever. Like, yeah, the story is going left somewhat. I rewatched the moment with Mr. Zangetsu. I understand Tebello's like frustration with it big time.
Serious retcon, bro.
I was like, yo, this is okay. But like,
what are you talking about? Is this fan fiction I hear that's going around? I've never seen it before. What is it about?
Right. Okay, no. It's some other story. Don't worry about it. But anyway,
what flavor? If Ichigo was a milkshake, what flavor would it be? Strawberry milkshake. It'd be strawberry chocolate, vanilla lime.
His name is literally strawberry.
He would be 1,000 Islands, the strawberry.
No, not 1,000 Islands. What's
that ice cream called? The
Neapolitan.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah,
he's a breakfast punch. I don't know. He's just everything, dog.
Zonke bonke nje. Faka nje.
That's right.
With a cherry and a banana.
What about this one? Put it in. What about this one? Faka. What about this one? I faka.
And add some peanut butter. And add some peanut butter in there.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, so I said it was very disappointing for me. Just even with the realization that his power was just splitting his soul, I'm still like...
Yeah, he's underwhelming.
So, it was very underwhelming.
The hype was too much,
Remember,
I think the hype
was fighting... Yeah, he was fighting Stark's little one. I don't even remember her name now. The one that turned into the gun.
Yeah.
And then when she turned into a gun, Lilith, and then...
Just give up.
Hey, you good with names, bro.
I know. Why am I suddenly good with names? Do you know how difficult it is to remember people when I meet them in the street or whenever? Like, oh, you are, but Jiki. Bleach. I'm starting out names left, right, and center.
Anybody who introduces yourself to Tebello, just say Bankai before you say your name.
Tumelo. Oh yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, so he didn't really fight. His sword was literally redirection. The only two twin swords in the whole of Soul Society. And his power was redirection. His power was redirection. He absorbed it with this sword and he shot it out with the other sword.
Dude, I just feel like Kubo watched the Avatar: The Last Airbender and he saw Iroh redirecting lightning. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do this for Itagaki. Like,
and then that kind of made the fight boring because and then it
felt like filler. It felt like Toshiro and Halibal. It felt like they were more like fleshed out in their fight than the Stark. But I felt like with them, he was kind of like playing for time. And because those characters were so cool looking, I think everybody kind of let it go. But when you think about it in context, you're just like, nah, man, Shinsui, you were supposed to show us like a little something special, and Stark, you were supposed to.
Because he only used the Shikai. He only used the Shikai. He only used the black and white.
Oh, okay.
So that was it.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight. I did explain at this point what the aspects of their spiders fall under, right?
Yeah. You did. It's in the video.
Yeah, they each represent which one. So, Halibal's power being around water and her power being sacrificed or quote unquote suicide, it is very fitting because of what people tend to do. And then Baragan being old age and his power being able to age everything to disintegration does fit. what I think fell flat with Stark is that his power is isolation.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And we don't get that sense. We get the sense that this character is very lonely, yes, but we don't get the sense that his power reflects that type of loneliness. You know what I'm talking about, and that's why it falls.
I mean, you could extrapolate it if you stretch it and everything, but I just think at the end of the day, it was just like we needed to see something special. I mean, messaging is messaging, sure, but like number one.
We didn't really know much about Stark, to be honest. We knew
also there's
about a few others, but Stark was mysterious.
And that's the way it's designed, because he's mysterious, he's aloof, he's supposed to be distant because he's the loneliest one. But we're not. I felt more loneliness in Urikyora than I did in Stark, which is weird because Urikyora is supposed to be nihilism. Nihilism nihilism requires people to come fall into the void with him. It doesn't require you to be standoffish.
But you see, sometimes Kubo is not consistent, because when we were introduced to Urikyora and Yami, it seemed like they were best friends. At a point, it seemed like they were very close initially. And then all of a sudden, it's like, no, like I'm not by myself.
No, I mean, I don't mind that so much, because I mean, they're Espada and everything. Like, it's weird. Like, they don't conform to. I just think that with Kubo, he's okay. He's like George Lucas, I think.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
I think.
Let's see where the
let him
plane
finish.
lands.
Let him finish. Let him cook.
Hold on.
So, here's what I'm saying, right? Great concepts. Does everything hit? Everything is great in premise, but does everything hit?
Oh,
nope.
I get you.
Okay, well, with that same argument, that also validates what I say about Tite Kubo.
No. Name me one great premise in Transformers.
Name
the Autobots hiding from the parents at night.
Transformers 1 through 5, it's all the same movie happening the same time, but it's a different movie. Every movie is the same. Every act is the same.
And that's more or less the same thing you get from Tite Kubo. Basically,
No.
this look at the promise. A princess gets kidnapped. Then the antagonists have to run into this different world to try and rescue the princess. Plot twist: there's something else. There was a big plot in there. At that end, there's something reveals that it was all part of a big underground scheme, whether to trap someone or to reveal who the real villain is, or to fulfill the villain's plan. And then the hero needs to go back to the same plate where he fought one of the characters in the first place. Usually, either look at even the location. He fought Kuchiki Byakuya at the top of the Sokikyu Kill. That's where he also fought Aizen. Same place when we first met Grimijo. Where did he first fight Grimijo? In Karakura.
Elon.
Elon is agreeing with me. But Tebello, look at it. First off and foremost,
how dare you?
Look at it. First off and foremost, can you actually
explain?
To watch
you guys argue. It's quite nice for me. It's quite.
Stop it.
Be quiet, Johnson.
Tebello, look at it.
Hi.
Look. Can you explain any of the MacGuffins in Transformers? Just one.
Absolutely none of them.
I can explain the Hogyoku and the Oken.
Can you though?
Can you? Let's hear this. Let's hear this explanation.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so the Oken is the key to get to the soul card, right?
Which Jiki doesn't matter in the 1,000-year block war suddenly.
No, it doesn't matter, because the guys who have the key exist. So you can use them. And
he lit one of the Squad Zero guys said strength is the key.
Okay, but I'm saying that what's his face? Yuha Bak is supposed to be a god. Aizen is wanting to aspire to be a god. So that's when we're in the god territories.
Okay.
So whatever. But I'm saying with the Hogyoku, it's the special thing that is supposed to make Aizen ascend to go to the Soul Cave and become a god, isn't it?
No, it's quote. It started off. It breaks the bar. It started off in season 1. It breaks the barriers between Hollow and Shinigami.
Yeah.
Then, by the time we get to this scene, it's the thing that grants wishes. That's it.
But it can be explained. Explain
How?
Cybertron. Explain the Cybertron square thing. What does it do?
Guys, I have a question for you guys. Like initially when you saw the big reveal of Aizen and him explaining the Hokyogu and his entire plan, did you guys understand what the hell he was saying at that time? I was hella confused. Bro. Yo!
No idea.
I still don't understand it quite clearly.
I'm not gonna lie. The moment I have a confession to make, the moment Aizen comes out of the flame, nothing made sense to me at that point. It was just like, okay, this is it. Nothing
Yeah.
made sense.
And that's my biggest argument. Tito Kubo likes to make things look cool, just like that other producer. Things that look cool but don't really make sense if you think about it.
But I guess it's also like how the guys from Trash Taste also said this. Like sometimes, just because we know that a character is smart, the writer overdoes things so that we can still think that this person is smart, but you get hella confused in the process. You know what I mean?
They should have read Sherlock Holmes.
Again, but the big I still say not Michael Bay because I think the thingy Tito, yeah, am I saying Kubo? I'm gonna say Kubo. I think Kubo at least still cared more than Michael Bay ever did when it came to the movies that he did, especially when it came to like Transformers and franchises and stuff.
Guys, the big difference between the two people you're talking about is Kubo has an original idea that he was busy with.
Yeah.
Bay he was restricted by existing law.
Restricted. He didn't care.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He did whatever, dude.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is it's not his
Transformers
funniest thing in Transformers, right? Sorry, guys.
It's not his original idea. Let me put it like that. It's not his original.
The funniest things in Transformers, right, is Optimus Prime gets those the T-Rex ones.
Yeah.
The Dino ones. He gets them to fight for freedom while he subjugates them. Like, yes. I mean, how? Like,
do you think that's the only contradiction in Optimus
Prime? He says, "Fight for my family or die," or something.
Exactly. Like, and instead of like, guys, we've got a war. I want you to fight. Or you don't want to, okay, sure, but please don't get involved. If you get involved, then we'll have problems. But if you don't get involved, it's all good. He says, no, you're going to fight, or otherwise, nyafa. Like, what's that? How are you fighting?
Okay. Like I'm saying, this is the thing with Michael Bay, right?
And then you're enslaving. And the speech, and because it's Optimus Prime, the speech was so dope. You're like, yeah. But when you think about it, like, hold up, did this?
Bro, I said no from
just fight. Did this dude just say no to slavery and then enslave people?
Yes. The other things, I mean, okay, Michael Bay's Optimus Prime is the most violent creature I've ever seen in my life. If you took the way he kills his enemies and you turn them to human beings, you'd all be vomiting from all the violence. He literally pulled a man's face off.
I want his face.
And he said, give me your face. Oh my God. But I'm saying, last point on Optimus and the Transformers. Their whole thing is they're supposed to protect the humans on planet Earth. Where do they fight? In the city. At least Tite Kubo, it was like the things that he had to protect or whatever was being protected. Excuse me. Okay, so much Michael Bay in my system. Anyway, the things that the guy had to protect, right? At least they set it up that, okay, this thing is here, Ichigo's fighting here, he must protect this thing. The Transformers protect nothing. They destroy everything, dog.
It was worse in the third one, when they were watching people get bodied just to prove a point. Remember when they pretended like they were in space or something, but they were watching the entire time. I'm like,
Look, okay, I'll conclude in this. For me, the things that I see from familiarities between Michael Bay and Kubo is that Kubo, yes, he came up with his own idea, but he gradually stopped caring about it.
We can say gradually, but I'm saying
he stopped caring, or he wrote himself in too many corners. I think he wrote himself in too many corners.
No, originally. But if you get to the Blood War arcs, there's times where he's just like, whatever happens.
Yeah.
So there's a part where he said F it all. The person I genuinely believe wrote himself into a corner is Kishimoto. with
Yeah,
Madara. He
with
wrote himself into a corner.
Madara, he admitted that he didn't know how to kill him. So.
Yeah, so this part here, I'm pretty sure this part at some point is like, F it all. You can even see in the panel designs, the background started looking the same. You just see one frame of background, and then everything just looks black. It just looks like a white. You just see slowly there's the I'm working as a slave here. I really don't care about the storyline anymore type of mindset, and that's why I'm saying more.
But also, is it Halibel? You guys mentioned Halibel, ne?
Tia Halibel, yes.
Isn't her weapon kind of reminiscent of the guy from Naruto, the fish guy? What's his name again?
Kisame.
Yeah.
Kisame. Like
Not really.
Like
Kisame's sword is alive.
Well, at least that sword has a handle.
Pardon?
At least his sword has a handle. That one is like this. It's a.
I don't know what that is. It's like.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think so. I think it like outside of the fact that it's a sword and they both have water things going on, I think that's the only similarities, I guess.
Yeah. Because remember, that one is also basically like
the blade was also
elongated glove. It's an elongated glove, basically.
Yeah.
That fight was actually pretty cool, though. But like, I kind of was also getting tired with Toshiro. I was like, dog, can you just finish here? Yeah. Like, I can only hear Maru so many times. Like, how is Halibel matching? And then when Halibel comes back again, I'm like, but Toshiro, bro, finish.
That's the other thing about Toshiro. Which fight has Toshiro actually finished without any assistance?
I wanted to say, like Kubo just took too long to develop Toshiro. Like, dog,
it's like, oh god,
captain. Why are you acting like this guy's not a captain?
I think he killed the 11th Aranka by himself. That's about it. After that, shame.
No. He got another W in thingy near the end.
In the filler arc.
No, not in the filler arc. In the main story. In the what's this? The green guy. The guys that have that green energy thing. When Ichigo lost his powers.
Oh, Fullbring.
Yeah.
Oh, the Fullbring.
Yeah.
Oh, but
yeah.
If he didn't beat a Fullbringer, then he was really whack. Because those guys were very weak.
Yeah, but I'm saying he pretty much waxed.
I think the Bountu could have soloed those guys.
Cool. Yeah. We do not talk about the Bountu here. Remember that.
But that's like my main beef with Kubo's matchups. Like he always chooses the two same archetypes to fight each other. So that's why it doesn't become interesting. Like, oh hey, let's have the water lady fight the ice guy. Oh, let's have this brooding, good-looking guy fight the other brooding, good-looking guy. Like, it's just the same thing.
Well, in that case, then Soifong versus Baragon was a mismatch.
Yes, that's the fight I like the most.
Yeah.
I think that's why we probably enjoy it. That's why we subconsciously enjoyed it, because she had to now fight differently. She didn't just, she couldn't do her assassination.
Yeah, because
so she had to now think about it, and there was like strategy and like, okay, how am I gonna do? It wasn't just like
took long.
I'm gonna freeze you. For me. They all took long.
She's usually a close hand-to-hand combatant, and that was far.
Anyway, so while Stark is busy fighting both the captains, a big ass Garganta opens.
But at that point, was anybody like I feel like everybody is just like, okay, it's another thing.
Then out came the biggest, ugliest. I call it the biggest one-eyed puppy.
What was it again?
Was it Fuller Führer? Something. Finally, a name I don't remember because it was that forgettable. Yay! I am human too. Let me look it up.
Okay. No, I mean we can. I think if it's not that memorable, we can skip past it.
Well, I know Wonder Wise comes and knocks out of the bed, knocks out Tina Ukitake, which is by far the most pissed off. That enraged me because I was like, really? Why?
Out of all people, dog.
Man. Like Kubo was just like, I think I made these guys too strong. I gotta take them out of the story.
Yeah.
Again, I like Bleach. I don't love Bleach, but I will defend some of the things, but like there is sometimes where I'm just like, but Kubo,
And then
I think the problem is when you try to force the main villain to fight the main character. You do stuff like this. because you have to take out the other strong characters so that there's a reason for the main character to fight the main villain. You know what I mean?
Because if you actually think about it, Yamato should have basically ended that whole war himself.
Should have waxed Aizen, yeah.
Because when you think,
no, I think like because I've been watching the Bloods. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just to skip ahead, he beat an Arankara barehanded, dog. I mean, come on, that dude could have probably taken care of all of them without breaking a sweat before even the other guys got busy. He was like, "You guys just stand in the corner, let Big Dog handle this. You know, let me show you."
Whose hand did he slice again? I remember he sliced some huge ass hand.
There's these three women. There's these three Ranka chicks, and they make a big monster thing, and then Yamamoto just and then Yamamoto just handles it.
Yeah. Okay, the big ugly monster's name is Hulia or something like that. Hulia.
But like in regards
to Aeon or Aron, something. It's Aeon. It's something like
that. The Chimera is called Ion. I remember the Chimera because there was some disgusting picture where he punched a whole cleat through Matsumoto's and it was holding her intestines or something like this. Like, what the fuck is this? Ew.
Oh yeah.
That's how I remember Aeon. But this big ass ugly Hulia monster, the only connection is that it was that thing that was looking down on Aizen when it was pulling him up at the Soul Society arc.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought there was a super villain that was watching over Aizen, and we thought like Aizen was like working collaboration with these things. Jiggy. Nope. Aizen is the god that's on top. Then this entire time.
But like what I'm saying though,
part of his plan.
What I'm saying though is like in regards to Genryusai, because I don't know, Kuo is inconsistent about this again. So, but my thing was, I think, is that his like if he was even to use his Shikai, apparently was like an issue, because his Ryatsu was so powerful that it was affecting everything around him. So like
he could practically nuke the entire town.
Yeah, so it was like the thing, like if he because I was watching the Blood War arc thing, and when he does his Bankai in that thing, I was like, dog, there would be no Kurakawa town after that. The town would just everybody would be dead essentially. If you're not like a captain level, or if you're not like somebody from the Soul Society or whatever.
But remember, even the vice captain, he was just releasing his Ryatsu when they were rescuing Rukia.
Oh, Rukia, yeah.
A vice captain couldn't even stand next to him when he was releasing it. So you can imagine the rest of them.
That's the thing that annoys me the most about this arc is you already are in fake Kurakara town. So you don't have an excuse to not go Bankai. There's other captains going Bankai. Like, we all know, like, we had to just like suspend our disbelief when Yamamoto sees Aizen and he's like, well, I guess I'm not going to fight him. I'm like, bro, why?
Why are you there?
Makes no sense. Why?
Why are you there?
Then you have captains going like, nah, I shouldn't use my full Bankai. You know, it's only the end of the... It's like, you know what?
It's only the end of the...
Not to draw the parallels, but it's ridiculous. Imagine if we were watching fucking Naruto and then like all the Hokage saw Madara and they were like, nah, we shouldn't go full power, dude. It's cool. Like, maybe like it's chill. Naruto will save the day. Like... This doesn't make sense.
That's how I felt with the pain book, and I told you guys before. But I missed a few episodes. Maybe I'm missing something there.
With what?
But like, wasn't the other thing that like they were supposed to also watch the pillar things or whatever?
Yeah, the pillar things. Here's the thing about the pillar things that also doesn't make sense. One, they took Karakura Town and already put it in Soul Society. And then they duplicated it with those pillars. So Soul Society, Karakura Town was already in Soul Society at this point in time.
So why don't you just go full...
No, but like the whole thing was, from what I'm getting, is that if they destroy those things, then they can get to the real Kurakawa town, and that's where you can make the Oken or whatever. So the whole thing was that you have to keep those things in place. And if those things get destroyed, then Kurakawa town goes right back to where it's supposed to be, and then Aizen can do his Oken things.
Yeah, but then...
So I think Aizen's plan, if I'm understanding it correctly, is he knew that they were going to hamstring themselves by having to set up this fake Karakura town, which was going to halve all of the strength of all of the captains because they wouldn't be able to fight full out. Because if you look at like Yamamoto's Bankai, everything burns, everything gets wrecked, everything gets destroyed. So I don't know.
At this point in time, you're gonna start sounding like Demi-Urge excusing everything that Ainz does, because this is.
And also, like, just be practical. Why don't you just evacuate the real Karakura town? It's only the end of the fucking world.
Don't get upset.
Only
I'm
the
just giving an
end.
example. But it sounds like a lot of Sasuke and Sama.
Are you doing the kid boo?
He is making some sense, though. Even though
I'm taking bullets, bro. Shots fired.
There is some sense there.
Okay, so
I'm saying this is what I'm saying. Kubo set stuff up, but he didn't follow it through.
Yeah,
it's what he does all the time, and that's
what's
kind of like
what's Tina's favorite catchphrase again? Set up what?
Set up development.
No, but Kubo doesn't even believe in it. He just believes in setup redcon.
Yeah,
that's what he believes in.
Yeah,
he's from the school of
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you look at like stuff from George Lucas, right? There'll be great setups, and then we don't know where it went. We don't know why we're looking at something else now. Like it will be like, oh, this is a great premise. Where's it going? Okay, now there's midichlorians. Why?
I mean, at this point, we could argue that 3 of the Sparta are the top of Sparta. Honestly, because all of them have said in their own little monologue, I'm actually the strongest. No, it's actually me. I lied.
You know what I think happened? You know what I think happened off screen? You know what my headcanon says? My headcanon says they all numbered themselves. Aizen didn't care. He was like, you pick your own numbers. Whatever.
Then why would they give
I don't think Stuck was that like braggy about his number. They were like, oh, you're number 1. It was like, yeah, I'm number 1, whatever. You know what I mean? But you're right. The others though, they were very even.
Because if they chose it, Baragan would have chosen number 1 because he's the king of Ekomundo, so he would have chosen number 1.
But I think what happened is that Aizen did what all mamas do when their siblings are fighting. Look here, make decisions. Otherwise, I make decisions for you. Otherwise,
Mom, you need to choose. Find that Stuck.
One.
Just for reference sake. Just for reference sake. Stark said he's the strongest during his fight. King Baragan said he's the strongest. But didn't they ask him? Fulukura said he's the strongest. Then the Yami, who's the number 10 guy, he also claimed I'm the strongest. So I'm just saying, everybody.
Because he's actually number 0. He's not number 10. He's number 0. Like what?
Super record.
That's what happened. That's a whole lot of
captains are like that though. Which Gote 13 captain do you know who can say I'm weaker than the rest?
Well, Unohana, I mean, you know.
She never said anything. Unohana has never said anything about her power, bro.
Yeah. It's that.
She used to threaten people with a smile. I mean, that's all you need to know about
That's
her.
the biggest difference between the Gote 13 and their Spad is that they're not vying for power. To them, it's a job.
Yeah.
Like, heck,
but they're all confident that they can work
9 to 5.
Yeah, I know. Like, Zaraki will look at Byakuya and he's like, oh, just because you think you have a Bankai. Check.
I think that was one of my favorite interactions when they're busy fighting Yami. And then Yami finally gets knocked out, and then Zaraki's like, oh, you're done. Kusuke, finish him off. I was like, excuse me, what? No, I'm done here. I don't kill people that are weak. Oh, so you're telling me to finish your sloppy work? Like, done. And then to find that Yami's still alive and shoots a Sari at them, which does nothing once again. And it's like, oh, Zaraki's busy running. Is like, oh, the guy's still alive. He's tougher than allowed. I was like, I pity your post. And then you just see Kusuke's like, I pity your terrible sense of observation. To think that you thought that was ready to be finished off. And then Zarya, for me, all that us did was a finishing blow. I see. Bankai. If you're so sure about that, why don't you trust it yourself?
Right.
They basically killed Yami through each other.
Yeah,
which I find hilarious.
Get out of my
It's
way.
when you realize that they weren't even serious about killing Yami, and he came through. It's like I'm the zero. I'm not number 10 Espada. I'm the
Yeah.
zero Espada. And then they killed him, and they weren't even serious.
Yeah, bro.
And then he becomes a gigantic super ape. The more angry I get, the more powerful I become. And then what that kills me is Mario is like sitting there like, good man, goodness, guys, kill him quickly so I can bottle him up. At this rate, he'll be too big to quantify.
No, I mean that one was
And they're like,
that
these
one,
are
that
the
one was
guys-
a retcon
these
where
are the
I was
guys-
like, yo, Kubo, what?
These are the guys that couldn't defeat Ichigo. These guys.
Bruh.
Both of them.
No, I think like when we get to Soul Society, Byakuya and Thingy and Zaraki, they let Ichigo win. Like there's just no way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even
Mm.
like even with Sasakibe, I hope I'm saying that name right. Yamamoto's right hand man or whatever. The theory is that basically he was against the whole execution of Thingy of Rukia. So he kind of let Ichigo get one over on him. It was like, all right, I'm protesting silently. That's the
Are you
thing.
telling me Yamamoto Genryusa Shigekuni would not have noticed that
Would accept
immediately?
that ish.
Ah,
Would
that-
accept it.
Well, I mean, he's busy focusing on Ichigo. He's not looking at Sasakibe.
Oh no! He saw Sasuke get his one hit KO, and then he decided, no, I'll deal with this rebel later. I'm gonna deal with my two sons first.
I think so.
But believe you me, as soon as the curtains roll back, he'd have like, boy, wake up.
What were
Do you
you
think?
embarrassing me like that?
There comes a time when
Bring the people.
when every parent is that pissed off, he just looks at you. It's like, you think I'm stupid?
But Tasakibe is such a wasted character, guys.
No, he was.
How many
was.
characters
And then when
have been
you find
wasted?
out he had a bankai as well on top of that, you just like,
Wasn't he like like he had electrical powers or lightning?
yeah, lightning
storm.
powers, lightning storm.
Oh, that makes it worse. All lightning powers always look cool, no
Mm.
matter how they
Which-
done.
No, I mean, again, I think that's the other thing with Google. I think is that he's kind of like ADD. If it's not on screen right now, it's not important.
Have the vizard appeared at this point? Or are they
I was
still-
about
Yeah.
to get to that point. 'Cause
They're about to appear.
because we are tangenting like crazy because we are sharing our mutual disappointments at
okay. Keep
all our
going.
characters.
Keep going.
Okay,
Alright,
let's skip over Halibel and Toshiro fight, and
Yeah.
No,
it,
at
it
this
goes
point,
on forever.
he get-
Sweetie and Stark fight, and
gets
Sweetie
positive
wins.
flowers.
And then what happens? Aizen.
No.
No? I'm missing something.
First, before that happens, the big garganta opens, the big ugly thing comes out. Wonder Wise for some reason is now very powerful, strong enough to knock out a captain with one blow, and and Stark lands a cheap shot against what's his name?
Oh, Shinsui.
And while that is happening, Wonder Wise screams his lungs out and shatters the ice flower prison that he put Halibel in.
Mhm.
And with the storm blows out, and you realize, oh look, Bargain is just fine, nothing happened. And then everybody gets depression, like, oh, it's all over. Oh yeah, then of course the big ugly pet thing blows out the flames guarding Aizen. And Iba goes into a big depression. It's over. We've lost. Oh no! And there's like, not yet. The visors end up in pose all heroic style. We're
Yeah.
here to reinforce you guys.
Everybody is just looking all cool now.
Do they get a number one? If you want to see some action,
I think so.
gotta be the
Because there's a
Yeah, I cannot. That theme song, every time it shows up, I'm just like, skip.
because then
Or it's- like, you know what I do? I mute it and then I play Rock the Dragon.
Yeah, but to me, it's better than that.
Yeah.
Because for me, it just sounds like someone just took a razor and was playing with it on the like
where does that play?
in Bleach.
It's like I thought it was Rukia's theme song because they used to use it a lot in the first season for Rukia.
that
At some
one.
point, it just became everyone's.
Everyone.
Oh yeah, that annoying guitar riff.
Wait, are you talking about that?
God.
Yeah.
I like that one more. Actually.
Oh man, no.
No, like the thing is when they play it, right? Like I like because they played it during. The reason I like it is because they played it during the Ichigo Byakuya fight, and where like Ichigo drops like a cold "I'm going to defeat you" line or whatever. You know, in the Japanese, in the English, it doesn't sound as hard, but in the Japanese, it sounded tough, and then it goes like, and then it stops there. And I was like, yeah, that's hard. I like that one. Better than the satisfaction in action. I'm sorry. Like,
I don't know why they
the
just
words throw me off all the time.
You don't want to see action. You don't want to be the center of an action.
But dog, I'm saying those
You
sound
don't want
like,
satisfaction? Come
Yeah.
on.
like I'm saying that sounds like bedroom words. Like that sounds like we're about to get. It's not like we're about to fight. It
Make sure
sounds
that they see
Wrong
your
podcast.
eyes on you,
Wrong
like the
podcast,
face that they
Buckmeister.
see on a magazine. Sensational.
Do you hear the words you were saying? This is something you say before you take a chick to the bedroom. This is not.
You
this is
know that this is way bad.
It sounds like they took the same choir from. You remember who put that lad in Gladiators?
Yeah.
Hercules.
I'm joking with Buckmeister, but dude, I totally agree with you. It's so uneven with the tone of the
Because
show.
like I'm saying, we see like a power up. You know, you hear Ichigo Bankai. All of a sudden, do you want to see some action? What? Why?
Why
Why?
don't you just use the theme songs that you guys that we love so much
Yeah.
into the action?
Like
Like
this.
imagine if they used
There's this one theme song.
What
This
was
is one.
Asian Kung Fu.
Yeah, I'm saying there's this one theme song in thingy from the Fullbringer arc, and I'm like, this would have been perfect for Ichigo's theme. It goes hard every time. Like I like it so much that I downloaded it and I listened to it
What's the
separately.
name?
I just think they should have
I
made
can't forget
more
the name.
Spanish themes for everybody because those Spanish themes were hitting.
Oh yeah.
Side note: What is your favorite OST from Bleach?
For me, it's that Asian Kung Fu, bro.
Oh yeah, well, the one I made a video out of.
That's my
Mine is
favorite.
that one.
After dark.
I don't know, but the one, the con one. That's
All I have is
After
Naruto
dark.
in my head. Just give me a second, guys.
Yeah,
All
but
I have is Naruto in my head.
for me, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. Even the one that Pila was joking about last week. Woke up with you on this morning.
Yeah, that is fire, bro.
Yeah, but I think most of the music is good. It's just that if you want to see some action things.
Is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm saying like the Bleach, the Ichigo. I think it's called Full Bring. That's what I'm looking it up. It's called the Ichigo Full Bring theme or whatever.
Yeah.
That one I think would have done amazing as Ichigo's just regular theme. Like if you listen to it on its own, it's really good.
But there's this other one as well. I think it after once Ichigo starts fighting Aizen, like they even show like Ichigo flying and stuff. That one is really nice, though. I think
My
it's
favorite ones.
Or Kyogu, like it starts with that actually, like chilling. Yeah.
My favorite OST is the one that I even use as a theme for my channel. In some videos it's called Anguish.
That one is a good one.
Which one is that?
Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
I'm with the Spanish songs, though.
Yeah.
No, the Spanish is my bad.
But my favorite opening themes, however, I don't know. I'm tied. It's a three-way tie because it's always been. I think my absolute favorite is Ichirin no Hana because that.
Okay, so we tangented, but at least we're still on Bleach. But let's get back.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention that the one with Matsumoto and Rukia singing is also and Orihime singing.
Oh yeah, that is actually a really good one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna watch that later.
Okay, cool.
For educational purposes.
Yes.
For your education, you need toilet paper and Vaseline.
Let us be no. Let it be known.
What
Let
podcast
let
is
the
this?
record reflect.
Let the Valley of the Gods educate you.
Let the record show that this is Africa's next podcast, and it was the ex-host who said it. I am no longer the corrupt one. All hail the new corrupt one.
Anyway.
You see, we didn't add the 18 this time. You added it yourself, Chief.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm gonna put a huge one over my face this time.
Yes.
Wait, let me help segue back. So the vizard appear. I can't remember exactly who's fighting who, but I guess they split up.
Well, first, the big ugly dog thing releases, it pukes out a whole lot of Menos Grande.
No, guys, we already actually we already included the vizard because we killed Baragan already.
Yeah, we did, but we didn't touch on.
Yeah, we didn't go into specifics.
We didn't go. We didn't go into the Revengers High. That's the name. That's the name of the chapter in the manga, because all these guys go charging up against the Menos Grande and they punch them and kick them and bury them, and one of them split the Menos Grande in half. That's when you see officially Ceros and Menos Grandes aren't really anything anymore. They're just fodder. From back in the beginning when a Menos appeared and it's like, oh no, Menos Grande to Menos Grande.
But captains always took care of the Menos Grandes, so
Did they?
the Vizards are vice captain. Yeah,
They're
most of the
vice
time
No, they're also captains. Some of them were captains.
they all remember the Vizard are all captains and vice captains.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the weakest
yeah.
one there is a vice captain. So they were strong.
Who's the weakest vizard actually?
Blondie, short
Yeah.
blondie with the hair.
The leader, the second in command.
No, she's not second in command. What's
She's just the loudest.
she's the loudest. Like all
Have
she
you
does
guys
is like
watched Thousand Year?
fix
Have you guys watched 1,000 Year Blood War?
I'm
What's
still
that?
catching up. I'm still
Who's
catching
in charge there?
She's the only one who's in charge because she's
No,
she's
the
got
one
the
in
most.
charge is it's the blonde dude.
No,
The dude
Shinji's
is in
not.
charge.
Shinji's a captain when we get to.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about 1,000 Year Blood War, not now.
Hiyori.
No, I'm saying at that point when we get
Hiyori's
to
not
the
in
Blood War
charge.
arcs, Shinji is back with the Gote 13. He's a captain again.
No, he's the lead. That's what I'm saying. The second in command. I know he's the lead. I know Shinji's the leader. Like it's not even a contest. I'm just saying, like, who's second in command once he's not.
There is no second in command.
Not necessarily, but the Mohawk guy behind you with the gray hair, he's usually who they defer to next.
Kensei or
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kensei.
Kensei.
Because
And whose
Kensei,
Bankai we never got to see.
yeah.
yeah.
Because Kensei, like his transformation was like the second, like it took all of them to take him down when he was transformed or whatever. So
So
makes sense.
the thing about here is that her whole is the most erratic,
Okay.
but she's a vice captain level.
Yeah, she's the weakest. You guys are right. She's definitely the weakest. Because
Like,
everybody else is
yeah,
near, or they were supposed to be.
most of them look like they either have a Bankai or at least like a very, very strong Shikai. She didn't look like she had a, like the only special thing she did to me that I remember is when she like stuck her head inside something and then she blew a Cero.
Oh no, she cut a Menos in half.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah.
Where was
What
one
was it?
at this
And
point?
killed
Did
another
they show
two.
a Shikai? Did they show a Shikai?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She releases the Shikai. We don't see it what it does, but we do see it get released when she's fighting against Hannibal.
But you know what? I think the more we speak, the more I'm realizing why Kubo needed to let go of some of these guys. Because that's a lot of characters, man.
Yeah, that's his problem.
It is. Like the Gote 13 alone is a lot of characters. And now you coin Vizards as well.
He has a huge cast, and the more dangerous thing is that each character has its unique set of abilities. Usually, when you have the bigger the cast is, the more you simplify each people's classifications to make things more cohesive.
Distracto.
That's why
Maya, Tri-Beam.
No, well,
I was
okay,
about to
let's be fair. If we go to Dragon Ball, that cast gets reduced to 2 or 3 by the time, like, so we're not looking at everybody. But then the inverse is what you guys complain about because now you're looking at One Piece.
Yeah.
So do you want One Piece?
Am I gone? Am I?
Oh.
No, you're still there, buddy.
Am I back?
No, you're back. But I'm saying,
Okay.
Tebello, if
I
you
want
want,
to-
because One Piece also, it's hectic, complicated in One Piece also. Not hectic, complicated, but it's slightly complicated.
But all I'm just saying is the bigger the cast, the more you classify each type of character set. That's why in D&D we've got rogues, wizards, sorcerers,
Right.
warlocks, and all that type of things, so that you can see, because of that classification, their power set means this, they're strong in this situation, they're weak in that situation. That makes it easier for you as a writer and easier for you as an audience to
Yeah.
receive a character.
No,
Now we've got Bleach.
No, sorry, I was just gonna say some balance is all you need. Like
Yeah.
there are examples you can think of, like they're not necessarily in
said
the
it.
big three, but but like Full Metal Alchemist, that's a big cast,
Yes.
but everybody has their own unique thing.
It's not that big of a cast.
It's a big cast. In
It's
my
the biggest cost, but it's not as big as the Bleach
Yeah,
one.
it's
The-
balanced.
As big as Bleach.
No, I mean, if we look at it, how many characters are we looking at?
Maybe 30?
30?
Mm,
Wait, are we counting villains as well, or are we looking at main cast?
No, I think we're counting villains, are we not?
I think we're including everyone prominent character. Yeah,
I
probably
mean,
yeah, because I
Mustang
look at
team
I look
alone
at
is
like
already
the main.
5 people.
I look
Yeah,
at like
Mustang
the
team
main
is
cast.
Mustang
five.
is about 5 people with his crew.
The homunculus is like what, 7?
Yeah, okay.
8 with
yeah.
Father.
8 with yeah.
And then you have King Bradley and his people, his team. I mean,
And then you have
No, well, King Bradley was also by
Armstrongs.
himself, wasn't he?
You have the
King Bradley
Armstrongs
is
as well.
he's part of the 8. So.
Yeah, he's part of
he's
the
part of the
But then
8.
you also have all his commander. Well, then it's a lot of
That's
characters.
the thing, yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
No, but like I'm saying, those commanders, they like, I don't know if they like have a profound impact
They're
on the
barely
story.
characters. I get you.
No, but
Okay.
they're memorable, and you remember what they do.
Yeah.
Like,
Then you have Scar, and then you have
But
Elric.
Okay.
speaking for someone who's never watched a single episode of Full Metal Alchemist, does each character have their own unique set of powers?
they have their own unique fighting style, and then
Yeah, I mean,
the
they
alchemists
they
have
do,
their own
yeah,
power.
yeah.
Yeah, they do, because you'll be a fire alchemist, a water alchemist, an
I
iron
think if
alchemist,
Bleach-
a wood alchemist,
If
etc.
Bleach had the same amount of cast as Full Metal Alchemist had, I think it would have been a lot more. I think it just better.
Concise.
Yeah,
Honest.
more concise, because when you think about just the Vizard alone, that's another.
That's a
8.
show on its own.
That's a show on its own. You could literally have a spin-off on just the Vizard.
And let's compare to like other shows. Like the other one that I think is a bit of a hodgepodge that I've seen would be like Fairy Tail, because each character also has their unique set of powers.
Right.
And you
But I
we
mean,
also
I checked out a Fairy Tale pretty early, so.
Yeah,
but it,
me too. After the first
and
out.
yeah, and I just wanted to say it also does get to a point where it gets very confusing. Now we have characters in Bleach. We've got their basic characters. We've got their swords. We've got their swords abilities, and then on top of that, we've got their swords
History.
Bankais.
And the history. Like stuff that happened 1,000 years ago. And it's still
No, that's what I'm saying. Kubo's got great ideas. It's just he didn't flesh them out. Like, I think a lot of this stuff is really interesting. Like, I think the interest of Bleach is kind of what carried Bleach in terms of the big 3, because the other 2 are more fleshed out in terms of, if we're talking setup, development, and payoff.
If they gave Kubo
We
like
all owe Pila like 10 cents every time we say that.
But I also feel like we got juked into the big 3, because I'm thinking I would not have actually finished Bleach if it wasn't for the constant marketing of the big 3, the big 3. I would have just left it and just carried on with Naruto, to be honest, because I've been very vocal about it. When Aizen arrived in this whole arc where they're fighting during Karakura Town, I was a full Naruto person at that point. And every time I kept trying to go back to Bleach, I was like, I don't understand this. This is weird. Sasuke, let's go kill these people. I was like, I'm
Which is weird, because Aizen is the peak for everyone in Bleach.
I don't know. I sort of had mixed feelings about both eras at different times, if that makes sense. Because There was a
Wait, gents, where are we? Hold on. I think we're getting sidetracked again. Okay, so the Vizards land, they do their thing. Yo, the Vizards land, they do their thing, and then after that, then we get Aizen fight, right?
No, yeah, they do that thing. But one of my favorite moments of the Revengeance High is when everybody's fighting the Menos Grande, and then Hirako just looks at Aizen, and then they're like, "I don't care about all these things.
I want you.
I don't care about the hollow. I don't care about your plans. Bitch, it's on site." He was like right in front of him, and then looks down and is like, "Oh, what do you think? We're getting it. We finally got the hang of these powers." He takes off his mask to show he doesn't want to attack him as a hollow. It's like, this is between me and you. And then tosses it to be a bitch.
Thousand, I can finally see. I can see. And then you die.
Dog. No, that was it got whacker and whacker because like the design was so cold and then he turns into a fly. I was like, what?
Yeah,
You're supposed to be a cricket.
I'm like, dog,
I'm
saying if he looked at himself in the mirror, he would have wanted to go blind again. Like, bro, what was happening?
What made me laugh?
He was pimping in his little
giving speeches about justice. We got the
with the Mr. Data shades.
What made me laugh is the way he can see, and then he looked at Komamura, and then he said, "You're uglier than I imagined." And like, bitch, have you seen yourself in the mirror right now? That's why. I think that's why Komamura went like.
Also, I don't get it. Like, why does it seem like Komamura is the one that? It seems like that friendship was one-sided because it seems like Tosen does not care.
Tosen's like, what, nigga?
But the reason it seems one-sided is because he was selfish, but he didn't portray selfishness. But he was, in the end, it turns out he was just selfish. He just wanted what he wanted, and F you.
Which I mean, also it doesn't
reminds me of another never-ending friendship when somebody's trying to rescue somebody from the darkness.
Naruto and Sasuke, I know.
I didn't say it.
You're about to make me turn into Naruto. Tebello!
Yo, dude, the way
fight though, I really enjoyed this fight. I feel like it did have a lot of emotional weight. Like when I watched it,
not even Sakura screams Sasuke's name like that, bro.
Yeah.
I swear, when we get to Naruto, I swear,
those are gonna
we're gonna segue
8-hour videos.
Come back.
It's gonna be a One Piece podcast. We're gonna be on episode 1000, and we're still gonna be on Ninja Scrolls.
Zabuza arc, chief.
On a point of order, we must be back. We must focus.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, again, the Tosen fight was cool, but I just didn't like that Tosen turned into a fly. Like that's the other thing with people. Sometimes the designs are so cool, and then like sometimes it goes so far left field that we get plot, and it happens with the black characters a lot. I'm like, first we got Aranka man turns into a flower. Now we got Tosen who's turning into a fly. Like my guy.
What you trying to say, bro? What you trying to say? Say it with your chest.
Yoroichi turns into a cat. Like, yo, what's happening?
Okay, no, the Yoroichi one was kind of fire. I'm not even gonna.
Guys, does Yoroichi have a Zanpakuto, or is she just hands?
She's supposed to have.
She's kind of just. I guess
there are panels of her wielding a Zanpakuto.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, because all I see is she throws hands, but like I thought, I don't know, she'll have like
bruh, Shikai Bankai. Which one you want?
Yes. Flash cry. Shunko. Choose.
And all of a sudden she has a brother, but we'll get there anyway.
Okay.
So then is it Aizen fight now?
Oh no, I just wanted to touch up quickly. Focus, right? The reason why Tosen looks like that, he's supposed to be emulating a cicada. If you look at those cicadas, they have big ass ugly red eyes, and they're very dark. It's just that he didn't give them the overlapping flaps over the wings.
Whatever he was emulating, they needed to burn it with fire.
All right, then now we get.
Before Aizen bursts out, he realizes like, hey, you guys, you are still fighting. I thought this was gonna be quick, and then he actually he
What
kills
is-
Lulubel and does he
Halibel.
kill Stark? He kills Lulu.
No. Stark is already dead. Bargain is dead,
Oh, Stark-
and then
yes, and then he
when
kills Halibel because he's like, hey, you're
when
taking
Stark dies, that's when he looks around. Is like, you know what? Again, enough playing around. Ching ching goes to Halibel. Wah! I'm so disappointed. You can die now.
And then he starts cutting up the vizard, and everyone is just like, hey man,
No.
let's handle business.
I man, Shinji
That-
disappointed me because he came with his whole thing. The whole world is reversed. What? Can't Aizen?
Now, can
The
you
whole
talk
world
about?
is reversed back.
Can you talk about the one scene where he played with them the most? You know, that moment before everybody's watching Aizen, and it's like, why are you guys watching for? Why are you guys watching me for? Whether you attack me cautiously or attack me recklessly, I've already won. And it's like, here is like losing a cool at that point. Like, here, calm down. It's like, don't you know, you already died that night 100 years ago.
Hey, bro.
She snaps and charges, and Gin right on point. What I hate is the fact that they censored it, because in the anime they just show she just got stabbed in the chest or something like that.
Mm.
In the manga, Gin cut her clean in half. She looks down and sees her legs falling to the ground.
Oh.
But those things never make sense to me. Like, you're talking about Matsumoto, right?
No, Hiyori.
No, Hiyori.
Oh, Hiyori, sorry.
Wait, but then how does she live afterwards? Unless
That's why I wanted to get to like.
Hachi came, tried to create a containment barrier to keep her alive as long as he can, because at that point he was counting on Ichigo to come and arrive with either with Orihime to try and reverse the whole mess they've created.
Who healed Soifon's arm?
It was
wasn't it Hachi?
no. Hachi just set it up. The person who healed Soifon's arm happened way after the battle. It was done by Una.
I don't remember who healed her arm.
Probably Orihime.
It was Orihime, but it's
that's
only
the
implied
Orihime because
be
that's the only
Orihime.
person who can reverse things to their original state or whatever the power was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're at Aizen. You know what Aizen is to me in this story. He's a walking Uno reverse.
He's a walking talking troll.
I'm saying every time you have like a draw 6, he's like, nah, reverse that. I make you draw 6.
No, actually, you're making yourself draw 6.
Wait,
What?
Did you touch on Yamamoto and Aizen?
Not yet.
We haven't gotten there yet because
that's another one that was kind of weird to me because it felt like Yamamoto. That one I can't defend. I don't know what was happening with Yamamoto.
At that moment when Hiyori was screaming and Shinji was screaming his lungs out, Ichigo was trying to go be the main character and fight against what's his name, the biggest ugly Yami. I'm gonna summarize it. He gets his ass handed to him. And then Kuchiki Byakuya and Zaraki step in, and then they basically order him to go back to the real world because Koichi Mayuri retcon much, but he somehow figured out the analytics of the Garganta. Like, bitch, you could have figured that out years ago. You're smart enough for that, but we'll talk about that some other time.
Does it ever, sorry, just a tangent a little bit, not too much. Does it ever make sense to anyone that they keep watching Ichigo get his ass handed to him every single time, but for some reason, Ichigo's our saving grace? Like, no, guys, let's wait for Ichigo. Ichigo is going to the ass whoop by every single person.
Okay, but Pila, let's just remember, Daman pulled up on everybody in Soul Society, knocked out 2 vice captains and 3 vice captains with no sword.
No,
I feel like they're like, maybe this guy
and blocked the execution sword, which is the power of 1,000
Zanpak toes. And he did this in an afternoon. If I know a nigga like
in the afternoon,
but
during an execution.
In Shikai mode.
It's like being a regular ninja waiting for Naruto. It's just like, bro, why am I stepping in here? Naruto.
No. I wanted to, in Pila's defense, Ichigo does get his ass clapped so many times that people will be wondering. People in society.
Everyone kicks his ass.
But I'm saying it's
kicked his
two
ass.
extremes.
It's
I'm
because
saying
yeah,
has
Yami
a
kicked his
personal.
ass.
He even has a personal medical assistant. I'm not talking about Orihime. I'm talking about that boy that we never mentioned. That kid is always there to help Ichigo, bro.
But I'm
Yeah,
saying, like, the thing is though
his
is
name starts
that
with an
it's
H.
two
His name starts
extremes.
with an H.
It's like it's two extremes because if we look at what Ichigo has done, it would be insane to think that this guy is not, because like he bodied Soul Reapers who have been training for 100 years. Kanti, he just picked up the sword. At
Yeah.
some point he was speed blitzing Renji when Renji had been at this for 100+ years or whatever. So
And that's why they had
I
to
think
make him
that's why
a
they had to have everybody kick his ass, because like Kubo was just like, okay, I can't make him so powerful, and then he doesn't lose to
Yeah,
everybody. So
But then at the same time, then the people that were kicking his ass suddenly are kicking the ass of the people that kicked his ass, which
It's
doesn't make sense.
wrestling, bro.
yeah, and then he kicks their ass. It's a circle. It's the
So-
circle of ass
But
kicking.
but to answer your question, Pila, the reason why they sent Ichigo back had nothing to do with his power. Even Kuchiki says there's nobody on Soul Society that would consider themselves would consider who'd require your strength for anything. That's what he actually said.
Yeah, that's right.
But the reason they send him back is that he's the only Soul Reaper that hasn't actually witnessed Aizen's Shikai.
Isn't that what Unohana was saying when she was taking him
Transporting him.
back to the?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she realized how much of a trump card he actually is. When he realized that's how strong how much latent potential this boy actually has.
His
Yeah,
reality.
because
Yeah.
his quote was like halfway, and he was like, "No, the reason it's halfway is because my energy is low. But if my energy was on point, then I would have a full quote." So
Yes.
basically, that guy's Ryatsu is his Versace.
Yes,
So-
his drip,
Yeah.
his drip. Cause
Yeah, it's his drip. So the
Let's-
less he
let's-
has, more small.
He's got
he is.
Riz. Okay. Ichigo has Riz.
let's
Fine.
be honest.
that thing looks so dope. Like
His
that
Bankai
Bankai.
You have Baha some influence there. There's some influence.
What are you talking about? Zach? Okay, old man Zach is to said it himself. If you listen to the end credits of
He looks like Yuba.
yeah, because he is.
It is.
In the end of the episode, old man Zach is like, oh, Ichigo's like, I'm gonna use my power, which means I'm going to do it. Then Yorichi cuts in like, I gotta take off your clothes. Like, no, I'm never gonna do that. And then Zagitsu cuts in, then I will. When you pay attention to his Bankai, he's basically taking off his clothes and putting it on Ichigo's like, here's my coat.
Yeah.
What? Fly!
That's a visual I did not need, but okay.
But that's what it is.
Anyway,
hilarious.
where are we, guys?
All right, so now Aizen waxes all the vizards or whatever, right? And
the
then
captain.
No, Aizen is busy having fun. He only starts taking this fight seriously when Ichigo arrives.
yeah, but then I'm saying, what's
No,
this?
he's gonna fight with Yamamoto and Wonderwise before Ichigo, and then Ichigo arrives during that fight.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when Yamamoto lost his arm, right?
No.
Or-
No. Look, they're busy fighting with everybody. Torsen is busy. At that point in time, Torsen finally dies because issues. His vision weakened him for some reason. And while Komamura is busy professing his undying love, Torsen explodes.
Wow.
What?
I actually, I can't deny it because I was like, bro, why are you so obsessed with Tosin? Like you guys just spoke one time at the grave of Tosin, and now you're like, you were my whole life. Whoa, hold on.
What?
When did that happen?
That's because he accepted you because he couldn't see that you're a fox.
You know?
Which also, I'm like, the fox thing looks fly. Like I was like, who was hating on that? Like, did you see that guy's vein? That guy looked fly.
Because when they saw him, nobody was like Taito. They were just like, yo, Taito.
Nobody
Yeah.
cared. what got me going is the way after Komamura tells him all these things. Tosin, the last thing he does is he looks at Hisagi. He's like, I want to look at you. I want to look at your beautiful face for just a little while longer. I was like, what the hell?
6ix9ine. Why?
This is beautiful.
Wait, was that was his was this vice captain, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was just that came out so wrong because
I
it's
was
like I
like-
just want to look at you and then you say 6ix9ine.
Stop it.
That's his tattoo.
This podcast is not making it to PG-13. Chief. Yeah.
No, but that's his tattoo.
X-rated.
But his tattoo is.
No, I understand. I'm saying the timing of it.
Yes.
After just Tebello says that, and then you say 6ix9ine, it just pause.
Anyway.
That man had
That's
that man had tattoos like a rapper though. I was like, where's his mixtape?
And
Well,
here's the thing. He's
he got-
inspired.
he-
He's inspired by Kensei, right?
Because
And
Yeah.
Kensei is not impressed by this guy at all. Whenever he sees him, he's like, "Yo, you can't be this weak, though. You
Kensei-
cannot be this weak." I'm like,
Kensei was impressed by Kensei his 6ix9ine tattoo makes a little more sense. It's on his
on his arm, ne? Or something.
no, sweetie, it was right
Stomach.
there on the meeting point where he's
Oh.
so Kensei knew what he was doing when he put the 6ix9ine tattoo there. Now this man decides to say that place is my mouth. We'll
No.
skip it later.
Anyway.
Oh God.
Okay, Tebello, we need
Hi, children.
we need
Anyway,
to put a PG-16 stick on you.
You know what? I relapsed. It's okay.
You need to put rated R.
Mom, don't watch this, okay?
Anyway,
And as-
Ichigo arrives, right?
Hmm.
then yeah, he
Wait, what happens?
Komamura
To
snaps.
what
No,
happens to Unohana when
doesn't he have to do that thing with his dad where he trains in the?
no,
that's after.
We
That's
haven't gotten
after.
to that part. When Tosin dies,
So basically what happens
Komamura
now is,
screams out, Aizen! And then at that moment, Ichigo comes out of the Garganta and tries to cut off Aizen's head. And
Aizen.
Redcon once again. Do you think I've entered the battlefield without any protection? Okay, that sounds wrong. I mean, without any ways of protecting my blind spot.
Do you want to see some action for some satisfaction?
This has been a wild one.
We are all watching.
Anyway, wait, who said this? This is Aizen to Poto.
Yeah, Aizen was basically saying, "Oh, Ichigo, why are you so scared? Oh, Ichigo, you tried to land a cheap shot, but I was always ready." Then Ichigo doesn't waste time. It's like, attack! Oh, look, he's too close. Moves away, and then we got one of the coldest moments, which also for me, I was like, "Whew." That moment where Aizen is like, "Why are you keeping a distance from me? That only works if you're equal in strength. Look, how quickly I can touch your heart. That closeness. That's."
Oh yeah.
Ooh. I was
That was
I was like,
gangster.
whew.
Guys, honestly speaking,
It was like Unohana, it was like Orihime and Ichigo suddenly became polyamory because he did the same thing to Orihime a few chapters ago, and we were already like, oh, okay. And then like, whew,
what
poly ain't that bad.
What made Ichigo think that he stood a chance after the embarrassment that he witnessed, like in this whole society? Like, dude, this guy just stops a flipping. He stops your sword
Bankai by finger.
by finger.
Stop Ichigo's Bankai
He
sword.
stopped the damn theme song you all hate that much. Let's never forget that. Remember
What?
that I played the theme song, if you wanna see so the moment Ichigo Aizen stopped that song, the song stopped. Like,
I know he became the best. He became the best villain for me at that moment.
enough.
Enough of this song.
Yeah, he looked at that lady and he was like,
Next.
Mic off.
You know what he was like. You guys remember Idols? He was basically that white dude who wore the black tight shirt. He's like, don't do that again.
Samuel Cowell. Your Samuel Cowell is like,
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
when does Yamamoto come in?
Oh, that's when Ichigo starts doubting himself. Then the other captain's like, keep your guard up. We know why the other captain sent you here. And then all the other guys surround Ichigo. It's like, you're gonna try and make an opening. Whenever you see that opening, you exploit it. And then they all recklessly charge. First it was Tsugaya, he charges at Aizen. It's like, oh, you came at me, but I'm glad you didn't come alone. Then you already know Shunso was leading cheap shot left, right, and center. And that's how the fight starts. And then we see that moment where Hitsuga says, well, I'm not gonna even let you use your Shikai on us anymore. And then Gino's like, Shikai? Oh, guys, you misunderstand Aizen. Do you think we follow Aizen because you're scared of his Kyoko Sugetsu? No. We are scared that he's strong. The Aranka followed him because he's strong. You can prepare for the end of the world. You can even prepare for the ocean swelling up the land, and still, you wouldn't be ready for Aizen. At that moment, he was knocking out captains left, right, and center.
No, I'm just like, Pella, what did he do in his captain, like, how in his captain exam? Nobody, dog. I feel like Zaraki would be squaring up with him every day. Like, I feel like Aizen would be, like, at his desk, and Zaraki would just be at his door, like, bro.
No, it's just that Aizen uses a Kido type Zanpakuto, and remember, Squad 11 believes that Kido type Zanpakuto are for pussies. So, just because of that, Zaraki was like, I don't.
Yeah, they never thought he was as that powerful. And remember also, when he releases his sword, that's when he was already doing the ceremony to get you under his genjutsu. So he can now he can literally go to the exam and be like, I've got a bankai, and he doesn't have one. He's still in the Shikai, but because he did his sword, and then you think he's got a bankai. And then you're like, okay,
and he did that very same thing to. That's why he managed to hypnotize all the captains except one.
Well, I mean, that's because Shinji had a direct counter to his thing.
No, it wasn't Shinji. It was Tosin. Tosin's blind, so he can't be affected by Kyoko Sugetsu. Shinji was already caught.
Oh no, but he managed to suss out.
Yeah, that's what.
No. He had a feeling of distrust towards him, but he couldn't place it. There was like nothing. It was that but they've done nothing.
But like there's a point where the Aizen was spying on doing something, and
you're spying on Kisuke, and then he tore down the illusion. It's like, let's go. Yeah. How long have you known? Since the day you were born.
That is a cold line.
So like that for me told me that Shinji always knew something was up with Aizen. He just couldn't place it. So I felt like he was never under, because what he said to Shinji was, the reason why I got you was because you didn't trust me.
Yeah.
So I could sub somebody out. Oh no. You guys are right, because basically what he did is he knew that this guy wouldn't look at him. So he basically subbed somebody out, and it was easy to trick him, even though Shinji was quick on the uptake. But anyway.
But at that point, he said things.
But remember, he also he would get someone else to pretend it's him. So while Shinji's walking and he's talking about whatever captain to vice captain stuff, he's thinking he's talking to Aizen, and Aizen is busy handling business somewhere else. So he was already under the thing. But because he had the intuition that he couldn't shake that something's wrong with Aizen. So that's where the thing came in.
So he was basically watching over him this entire time. That's why he made him vice captain.
And to add to your point, that's why Aizen says it's because of your mistrust that I could finally perfect my Kyoko Sugetsu, because he didn't notice for the last month I wasn't there. Because this whole time he used to be able to smell something is wrong by then, which I think was like, it motivated Aizen to keep developing his skills to the point where it became the thing that it was today.
Okay, so after all of that stuff, then Ichigo takes an L. Is that when
all the captains get knocked out eventually? There's a point where they think they won because they trap. It was such a lovely build up, because he knocks out all these captains, and then Soifong comes in front of him, and they're like, Soifong is like, girl, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to go for assassination techniques. Coming attacking from the front is stupid. Like the likes of you telling me what to do. Yeah, only to find out it was a distraction. The Aizen's arm gets trapped. Kyoraku manages to stab him in the back because the ice casts shadows. And just when Hitsuga is about to land the finishing blow, it gets revealed that Shinji reversed everything. So Hitsuga attacked him from behind. Then we thought, oh no, yay, Aizen is dead. Who actually believed that? Honestly, let's see.
Come on.
Who actually believed that? So none of us believed that.
As long as the
Nah.
main character hasn't watched the villain, dog, in anime,
Especially
We didn't hear action for satisfaction, so we knew it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Also, that moment was already like memed. Like they took the manga panels and they memed the hell out of it. So by the time I saw it, I was like,
I mean, I got to saw it. I got to see it fresh, but I did not. There was no. I was like, nah. He because the thing is also he's been doing too many soliloquies. He's been saying, "This is my plan. This is my plan. This is my plan." So I'm like, bro, if he's planning this much, there's no way they're gonna get him like this.
And then what makes me laugh is just how much of a bastard he is. For all the things, you not only just you could have swapped it out and just left them fighting the air. No, you deliberately went, got Hinamori from her hospital bed, put her up there so that Hitsuga could.
That was cold.
I don't understand Aizen's obsession with Hinamori, dog. Leave the lady alone.
yeah.
No, bitch.
No, man. Like you see, the thing is, the more dedicated you are to Aizen, the more he wants to screw you over. That's basically his whole.
Aizen is the definition of the toxic boyfriend. He wants to mess up. He wants to mess you up for as long as he can.
He's
Like-
future, but as a villain.
Tosin turned
what?
into a fly. Tosin
He's
turned into
future,
a fly.
but as a villain.
Yeah.
Guys, Tosin went from a pretty boy to a whole fly. Gee.
Yes.
For Aizen.
He needed Doom. He needed Doom at that point. They needed a can.
But also, what did Hitsugaya do to Aizen? It's like it was personal.
Nah,
because of
again,
your
I think for Aizen everything like he enjoys making it personal. It's not like it's personal, but he wants it to be.
Aizen enjoys trolling people. We just need to admit that.
Yeah.
He
You
is
see that
ultimate
you
troll.
see that video? You see that
He's 50 Cent with powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like remember that music that
Yeah.
that's Aizen's
That's
Aizen's
Aizen.
theme.
That's
Yeah.
Aizen's right
That's
there.
all he does. Because fella, even with Ichigo, he messed with Ichigo for the fun of it. They didn't actually have beef. Not really.
He didn't even know him.
No, he knew him because he was like, I know you from the day you were born or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how, but okay.
Kinda gives me it was kind of gave me that you should be on some sort of watch list. What the hell are you doing watching a child?
Hey,
You watched
That
all
way.
of them. You watched Rukia get
It
bored.
don't make sense.
yeah, fella, he might as well have said hello there.
Might as well just said, so Epstein Island is that way? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
So Aizen, okay.
Epstein Island is that way.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Right.
So Aizen claps all the captain's cheeks. He kills Hinamori. Everybody. That I like what he says. Is like, when did you think that I wasn't using Chokasugetsu? And then he beats them. And then he ultimately, after beating them, he says, "You will not die. In fact, given your strength, you will all not pass out. You will
Yes.
bear witness to your ultimate failure." And then Ichigo decides to go in, big ass pillar of flame. That's only then does Yamamoto act.
But
love
in,
Yamamoto, but
in the
still,
defense that you normally use, he always considered Aizen to be a child screwing around. So this time it's like, okay.
Okay, it's time for me to give him a spanking.
Yeah. What
I love the way the dialogue happens. It's like, oh, do you think? Oh, that one of Aizen's best lines, like, Yamamoto asks him, like, do you honestly think that you can defeat me? Then Aizen responds, I don't think I can defeat you. I already have.
Mm.
And like, insolence, and then yeah. But then that's where you also realize Yamamoto is actually smart. He doesn't know the intricacies of Hyuga secrecy, but he gets its weakness.
Yeah. You
Because
mean he allowed Aizen to stab him?
yeah, he allowed Aizen to stab him to make sure that he's trapped.
Yeah, that's true.
And with that move, you could have ended the war. And like, why did you?
Why didn't he?
Wonder Wise released his sword and then trapped the flames with his extinguisher.
Oh yeah. How convenient that Wonder Wise's power is the extinguisher. Like
No, Aizen has
It's
been
not
planning.
convenient.
Aizen's been
It was
planning
planned.
that. I'm sure he was
It was
studying.
part of his
he-
plan.
No. He actually says it. He was like, I knew the only person who could stop me was you.
Yeah.
So in order to ensure that you don't, I created Wonderwise. And to create Wonderwise, I took away his thoughts, his feelings, his everything, so that he could have the power to trap your flames. So that's why Wonderwise Alice Luso is because the only thing
Aizen
that
lobotomized him.
the only thing that he was
Uno
created for
reverse, dog. As soon as you think you
was
have it.
to trap the flames.
Yes, and
I'm
then
sure
And that's why I say Jorge
was proud of himself.
that's what-
with that one, huh?
yeah, that's why I also say that Yamamoto could have probably beat Aizen to death because he
punched it to death.
he punched Wonderwise to death. Let's think about this, bro.
And then,
No sword.
but then once again, Aizen was already prepared. It's like, oh wait,
So what are you going to do about them flames?
It seals the flames within themselves. What about the flames that were already released? Where were those? Where were that contained? And then you see, here's the part where the immersion broke because Yamamoto was willing to kill all the captains to kill Aizen because they're prepared. That's their duty. But then when this thing was about to go nuclear, he decides to sacrifice himself to save what?
Exactly.
Good question.
Because what he thought because he said yes, the flames would have wiped out this entire town and a huge portion of Rukongai. That is true. So I don't think there were any. They selected an area that was full of life or anything like that when they had this battlefield arena. So I still couldn't understand why Yamamoto decided to jump on the bomb.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, because Ichigo was around the corner, Chief. He wanted to tap out. He was tired. His back was hurting.
Yamamoto's not the main character. That's the only explanation.
That is. That is.
Okay, so now we
actually, if you think about it, if they just if they had made Wonderwise and they trapped the flames, and then they made maybe another Wonderwise to trap Yamamoto, that would have made more sense because you know that Yamamoto can take Aizen, but because Aizen knew that, he made preparations to ensure that it wouldn't be able to happen. And that's why Ichigo.
If Stark's plan,
that's why now Ichigo comes in and now has to save the day.
Or even
because now they did it so stupidly. Like, yes, I'm gonna kill everyone. Because before Wonderwise comes, as Tebello was saying, he was like, Aizen says like, dude, what about all your other captains? He's like, no, they came here prepared to die.
They already knew.
So we're gonna kill you and everyone else, and it's all good. And then when the bomb is about to go off, now he jumps on it to make sure he doesn't kill everyone.
Even though everybody already knew they were gonna die.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Maybe there was an earpiece
there, but the execution was whack.
Maybe there was an earpiece in Gin Yusai's ear from what are those people called? The 46.
Central 46.
Sector 46.
So I'm saying maybe Central 46 said, "Hey, Chief, we don't have enough for people's pensions here. We can't pay out any plans." guys, like,
But also,
these guys have families, and we're supposed to pay how much?
And then just to add to you, Zuko, the other thing that could have worked is that when the other character that should have been trapped at the very beginning of the fight was Yamamoto. If there was like an entrapment exchange, like Aizen gets trapped in the big barrier of flames, and then Yamamoto gets sucked into that negative Garganta world that they sent Urika or something like that, where it's gonna take him like a couple of hours to break through. Then we see that the two strongest players are out.
Yes.
The situation is dire. Ichigo comes in.
But that would have made more sense.
I still think that Stark should have been the one to do that. And the only way to release Yamamoto is to kill Stark. And Stark was going to be so OP that nobody's able to kill him. Better story.
Well,
Well, we're
that's
fixing
Shibuya
something
arc.
that's already done. We're fixing something that's already done. All right.
there's a thing. If Mbasso were what?
I don't know if wishes were horses or fishes.
Yeah,
Something
something
to
like
do with
that.
animals.
Yeah, wishes were horses.
Yeah.
English is so weird. It's like Bob's your uncle. Who's Bob?
Bob.
Why is he my uncle?
Bobo.
I'll be a
Bobo ke
monkey's
man?
uncle. Why are you a monkey's uncle? What's okay? Anyway, back to Bleach, not etymology. of
Oh,
English.
okay. Yeah, the saying is, if it's it. Oh, wait.
You're killing us with the suspense here, Chief.
You know, feel the suspense. If it's and buts were pots and pans, there'd be no work for. There'd be no work for. What the hell? For Tinker's heads.
That was so anticlimactic, my guy.
You know, English is so dumb sometimes.
I was waiting for some eye roll level.
You know,
something.
yeah, but basically,
Shakespeareana.
yeah, English. Anyway, let me not play hate English. It was my worst subject, by the way.
Yeah.
For people that think I speak so well, I did
Yeah.
appallingly in English.
Chief.
Yo, he did appallingly. It's really appalling.
You know what I mean?
The literacy labels, guys. The labels are high. The literacy labels. Anyway, back to it. All right. So then, is this where Ishin steps in?
It's
Yes.
when this is where Ichigo finally gets an opening because Aizen, because he was monologuing, underestimated Genryusai, and he sacrificed his arm to invoke the 96th Hadu Itokaso. Cremation sword, basically, or something like that.
Yeah.
And Aizen is like, oh, ow, Uchi. And then Ichigo comes there, mask on, and legit slices him in half. And retcon, you thought you did damage to me? No.
The Hugo is already in me.
Okay, you said it. Pause.
Wow.
I said the Hugo. Come
I
on.
didn't even catch that. But yeah.
Come on, Tebello. Come on.
Low hanging fruit. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's get back to where was I?
And
So-
I think this is where Jin is just watching, commenting and stuff, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Jin was like,
I
I'm
guess this
out.
is also when you start picking up with Gin that something, or I don't know how you say
Something is
Gin,
off. Yeah.
Like-
Aizen flat out asked him, so what do you do this entire time? It's like, bitch, I was watching you.
Mm.
He was
What
like,
the
I
hell?
was waiting. I was. He literally says, I was waiting for an opportunity to help you, but it looked
But
like
there
you didn't
wasn't
need me.
any. Like, you had it all, and then
Got it all covered.
that's when Aizen. This is where, for me, Aizen broke the mold. This is when my imagination broke permanently. It's like, I've been watching you since the day you were born. Why didn't you think it was a coincidence that you only fought challenges that opponents that you're perfectly suited to match up against? Did you think it was a coincidence that you fought against at this point and at this point and at this
No,
point?
that's
I
what I
was
was
so
like,
good
nah.
trying to see how your powers developed. Just like
Japanese, Baba.
No,
Yeah,
but it
this
makes
is when
sense,
he
guys.
says
He
actually
killed.
that Ichigo he's not as strong as he thought he would be because he organized all these fights to get his strength.
Oh yeah,
up.
that's what Jin was telling Ichigo, right?
No, he said no. He was actually
No,
admiring
that's Aizen.
Yeah.
Aizen was like,
That's
yes.
That's
seems
Aizen
like-
to Ichigo.
When he was busy touching Ichigo's Getsuga Tensho, which was
Reitu, yeah, the
feeling
Reitu.
it.
When
Like,
he got cut open and then he started touching the Reitu,
Mm.
and then he's like, your power, it's grown. I remember
It
the
seems-
last time it
it-
wasn't.
it seems like your powers has grown when last you fought Ukura. Your development is wonderful. And then he goes into this speech that I've been watching you since the day you were born, because you're the mixer between.
I've been
And I
organizing
was
your-
okay. I'm gonna try and be as calm as possible. Wusa, everyone. You see, this is where the part that pisses me off the most, because in the manga, the original manga, and even in the anime, Aizen says with his full chest that you are the offspring of a human and a ... That's when Isin cuts in.
Yeah.
Then 100-year blood war arc happens, and then you just see everyone retconning that conversation, because if you go back to all the manga readers and everything, suddenly it just says you're a child of a Shinigami and a ... just to say that this was all part of Aizen's just Quincy and everything. Bullshit. I read the thing. I grew up on this thing. This is what he said. This whole Quincy nonsense is last minute BS.
But to be fair, Quincy's are human.
Are they though?
Yes.
I mean,
it is
it feels
okay.
like
That's possible. But the fact that
Because if they're all Yohabaha's children, are they human?
They're supposed to be. That's the whole premise.
that's the original storyline before it got retconned by all this.
yeah. And I mean, also, I feel like Aizen would have just said you're a Quincy, dog.
Yeah, you would have.
If you are, like...
Aizen is far too conceited to let that slide.
No, that's why Ishin jumped in. Ishin had to be like, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But that's why he's like,
do it.
and that's the next scene. Because Ichigo said, a human and what? What was he trying to say? Oh, it actually doesn't matter, because the answer is right here in front of me. And there's this dad standing in front of Ichigo. That dialogue does not make sense if you decided to change those words or retroactively change those words now. Don't do that. I'm not stupid and your audience isn't either. Take that, Shonen Jump. Anyway, I'm calm down.
But sorry, Pila, I think you wanted to say something though. What makes sense?
Oh, no, I was just saying Aizen's whole plan, like his whole thing of like he's been controlling Ichigo's fights and stuff since he was born. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I think he killed Orihime's brother and turned him into a hollow and sent him to his house. Yes. And I think, and I feel like he also, made Ishida into a Quincy and sent Ishida to go after Ichigo. And like, I also.
yes.
Like Kenpachi and everything.
So Aizen is basically Kubo.
Yes.
Aizen is Kubo.
Yes.
And like I feel like Aizen also
like Aizen wasn't in the studio. He's actually in the studio, and then Ichigo will unlock Zangetsu.
Aizen is basically using Kubo with his Kyoga swagger, so you will tell my story my way. Like, but what if you will tell my story my way?
The thing is, I get what he was trying to do, but that moment just didn't hit for me. It was just like, really?
Low-key, I even think he was in the delivery room when Ichigo was born. He was just there like...
he was... Never mind the fact that... Never mind, Kurosaki Isin is a doctor himself, but he was in the operating room alongside... Ishida's dad and Isin, and he was like all masked up, like, I'm ready for the delivery now. Push! Like, what a beautiful child.
No, it makes sense. I mean, it's even so far as to say that Aizen sent he sent Byakuya and Renji to go.
He did. That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said.
That was him. That was him.
In Soul Society arc, that's exactly what he said.
And he knew to go with him. He knew.
He knew that Ichigo was going to embarrass Renji for his 100 years of training.
Yes.
And then he knew that
Yorichi was captain power that Ichigo just got a week ago.
He knew that Yorichi was going to teach Ichigo the bankai in a few days.
Yes. It's all part of.
It's all part of his plan, Chief.
All of it.
No, I'm saying some like at some
you guys are playing chess. He's playing 3D chess.
No. We are not even playing. We are not even playing checkers. We're playing that game. You know, where
he's playing Jumanji.
That's he's playing Jumanji.
It's roll the dice and whatever he wants to happen, it happens. Like. I mean, look, I didn't mind it. I mean, I feel like it's better than what they did in Naruto, where it was Zetsu the whole time. Because I was like, come on, that was ridiculous. Because at least Aizen is a face, and at least he was involved in the plot. Zetsu comes out of nowhere, and it's like
people wanted to throw what they wanted to break their screens when Zetsu thing came out. They were like, "What? Who's Zetsu?" The whole time. People.
I was
mad,
manipulating
bro.
Madara. I even killed Madara's brother. Who are you? Where do you come from?
Hey, when we get there, I would love to do the Toby moment. Yo, the whole internet loves this shit. Toby.
Yeah.
But anyways.
But anyway, like the whole thing is like, yeah, it's just like I didn't mind it because I'm like, okay, this is who this character is, but it is it's like when Batman dodges Superman, you know? It doesn't make sense, but you think it looks cool. Like Batman will jump out the way, Superman's punching, and he'd be like, "Oh, I just lost a rib."
Yeah.
Anywho, let's move on with the plot before we get angry. Ichigo and Isin have a big ass conversation with Isin basically does
after he does Getsuga Tenshu. I was like, oh, so
no.
It's a family sword.
Can we appreciate just how much of a dad Ishin is? Even at that moment, he's still trying to encourage his son. It's not like Ishin is the anti-anime dad trope. Even then, it's like, oh, you look scared. What's wrong, son? Oh, are you afraid of his power? You certainly don't understand his power at all, do you, son? Don't worry. I got this. Go take care of Gin. I'll go take care of the big scary boy for you. Okay, sharp. Hi.
Urahara and
not yet. They're about to enter.
Oh. Yeah, they're about to enter, and also it's the only character who landed the cleanest hit on Aizen. If you pay attention, that finger flick, that annoys me. Look how strong Isin was hyped up, and then never again.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to explain Ichigo because Ichigo's power-ups is, it has to come from somewhere.
Then we have Gin versus Ichigo. Gin releases a Bankai that isn't a Bankai.
Slicing buildings and everything.
Kamishini no Yari.
Finally, killing eyes, which is anticlimactic.
Like, so basically, his Bankai and Shikai was the same thing. It's just it was bigger.
Yes, at that point. Because, yeah, basically. Because
like his Shikai can shoot up to let's say 20 meters. I don't know. I can't remember.
No, his Shikai's range is 100 Wakizashis.
Okay, and then his Bankai is
13 kilometers.
1,000.
At 13 kilometers.
Okay.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his Bankai level?
It's over 9,000.
But I also like the way that Ichigo, when he's not scared, he actually thinks, because he blocks the damn Bankais. Like a Bankai can block another Bankai. Getsuga Tenshus, and then he pauses to think like, this guy. When he sees the sword has finally shrunk, he's like, okay, wait, hold up, something's going on here. You wouldn't go on and on about the length of his sword or something like that to reveal just how dangerous his Bankai is. His Bankai's ability must be its speed, and on that point he was spot on. He figured it out because the sword goes from short to long in a flash of in a blink of an eye. And that shows that Ichigo does have sort of a combat sense. Is the second time?
I mean, he's I think the thing about with Kubo's writing, Kubo swings for the fences, but like he never. I mean, we said this earlier. He doesn't have a lot of. The tactician. Like if you look at the way he fought Grand Fisher, in the middle of the Grand Fisher fight, he starts figuring out Grand Fisher almost immediately. Yeah. It's the same thing with the other Hollow that he fights and all of that other stuff. Like you'll see, he starts even with what's his face with Byakuya. He starts figuring out Byakuya's Bankai almost immediately after Byakuya starts using it and all of that stuff.
The same can be said for Ikura, because those are the other times you started thinking like, not this. If I follow his movements like before, I can see where this was going, and he manages to catch it.
Yeah. So I mean, And then
And so there's no consistency in his battle IQ. If
Yeah.
you look at someone
Guys,
but
like
I mean, if we're
Naruto
looking at
always
a
had
50,
battle
if we're looking at
IQ,
a,
and it
if
was
we're look-
consistent.
did we
if
miss
we're
the whole
looking at a 50
storyline of
So again, with
Ichigo
Kubo
dying?
is consistency. Lack of consistency.
You're saying, Mr. Extrodin?
Did we miss the whole storyline of Ichigo dying? Like the one with Buckmeister's background?
Oh, we
no,
missed the
we-
whole fight. We missed Ukura versus Ichigo.
did
Yes.
we?
Yes,
Oh,
Did we?
absolutely.
Because that happens before Aizen, right?
Yeah, way
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And that's where we.
Way
wow.
That
Oh,
happens after Grimjaw. Oh yes,
Yeah.
you're right. That happened
It
after
happened
Grimjaw.
way before, because it's literally they trap Genryusai, then they cut to Ichigo fighting against Urkyora.
Oh, I guess we should cover that, and then do we cover Aizen next week?
We'll cover Aizen next week.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
welcome back. Before this advert, we are talking about things that don't matter because now we are exactly where we're supposed to be. The highlight of this episode. The moment you'll be waiting for this entire time. The showdown of all showdowns. The showdown that was so climactic that they had to put a filler in between just before it. Kurosaki Ichigo versus Yukira Shefa.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Here, one of the highlights for me with regards to this fight is we see an exchange of spirits, more or less. We see one person slowly becoming more human, Yukira, versus Ichigo becoming more and more hollow.
And Uryu was so useless here.
Yeah.
Was
They put him in the full Vegeta mode. It was time for him to narrate.
Yeah.
and we see a reversal of all the tropes because this poor woman wanted to become more useful, and then she ended up having to beg Ichigo to get up.
Like she brought him to life, back to life. Eh?
She's okay. Who knows that song
Did she?
from? No. At that scene, I immediately remember that song from Evanescence. Bring me back to life.
I can't
Bring me back to life. Save me from the nothing I've become. Because that's basically, it's all emo, dark. The theme is
Yeah.
all like,
But I think, honestly speaking, it goes back to what Tebello was saying earlier on. I think Kubo here didn't care at all. Like, I genuinely think Ichigo actually really died. Like,
Yeah.
he was gone.
And then they put a gun
And
to
she
like,
did
hey,
say-
bring him back.
Hey,
Bring
Chief,
him back.
sign this 1-year contract
Yeah.
again. But shouldn't jump. Hey, Chief, sign another contract. Yeah.
But I
Watch
mean,
your
anyway,
babies.
if we're being fair, death in the whole of Bleach, it's weird. Technically, you have to die 3 times to die.
Because everybody's in hell now, right?
No, they like but I mean, like even in Soul Society, people are getting body. But I'm like, isn't this the spirit world?
You already did.
Yeah.
So where you going? Okay.
anywho.
So basically,
why
the
can you die when
society
you're
is it's like reincarnation lane. So you kind of have
Yeah.
to work your way back to get reincarnated.
So I'm
I
saying
guess
if you
so.
bite it there, then you don't get reincarnated, most.
Or
You
you
now
do?
you go to hell. Now you go to hell.
Or you go to hell? Or we'll find out.
That
We'll find out.
that irrigation plan must be crazy. Yo,
This legend.
whoever did the piping and whoever did the planning for so is a genius.
Anyway,
Pella, all it means is the souls are just circling around somehow. Anyway, yeah, but I'm saying so Orihime had to do something, I think, because I mean, as much as Ichigo was dead, like she can reverse time or whatever, so I guess she did something.
Damage.
what
She didn't
I
do anything. I reject that statement. She tried.
I see
but
what you
then-
did there. You rejected.
No, yeah. I reject it. No, I think because I mean they do make a point to say that she's trying to wake him up, and then nothing's working, and then Ichigo through the power of Ichigo-ness.
yeah.
just
Well, I mean, also technically with the hollows, like they're supposed to be, I guess because he's part hollow, it's the whole thing of the hollows are dead anyway, so
No, it's also hollows have this thing called high-speed regeneration.
there's
And
that as well, I guess.
so there's that as well. Ukura, for me, that's why I think why many people would argue that Ukura is like the ultimate hollow, because he literally is hollow.
And I honestly think he is the ultimate villain. He's like the Joker to Ichigo, man. Like Ichigo struggle.
I think it's Aizen. Aizen. I mean, as much as Ichigo does what he does to Aizen, I think Aizen messed with Ichigo on every level. Ukiura was just a bodyguard.
I feel like Aizen is more like who's this Urahara's rival, more like Ichigo's rival.
No, I'm saying in terms of rivals, maybe, but I'm saying in terms of if you're talking a Joker, like I think Ukiura is like the Bane to Ichigo's Batman, rather than the Joker.
So, what do you learn from Ukiura is that he's got a second transformation,
and he
only released it, and this is to show just how much. I think this is where you get to see that Ukiura doesn't really care about when. He cares about you entering to the same despair that he has. Like, it's pointless, give up. And Ichigo refuses to. He refuses. He may accept defeat, but he will never give up. That's Ichigo's problem. Which ex Ukiura, which finally enough shows what it means to have a heart, because Ichigo said is like, I already know you're stronger than me. I went into this fight knowing you're stronger than me. I'm not fighting because I want to beat you. I'm fighting because I have to beat you. And
for some reason, that guy's number 4.
Then Ukiura's like, nonsense. You just haven't despaired yet. And then he transforms to his second form. And like, this is the second resurrection. Look at me in despair. And then Ichigo's like, nope. Getting up to fight. And then like Ichigo's like, okay, his hands are trembling, which means he's not so delulu that he's not scared. But since he's willing to fight, it simply means he hasn't given up yet. And then you hear, you fool, big ass bait down. And that's when he has that whole, oh, okay, you have to win. Fine then. That's when Orihime and what's the name? Uryu arrive. It's like, oh, you made it in time. He is a hero. Watch as I destroy your boyfriend. And then you hear the most dramatic.
Now that I think about it, all those 3 guys, like Kubo gave us the impression that Orihime could be with any of those 3 guys. Ishida, Ichigo, and Ukiura.
And all of them were trying to make on her in their own unique way, because at that point was really going up like, what do I say to her? It's good to have you back. No, that sounds wrong.
Nah, dog, they never had a chance. They should have exercised the brother first. That's the only way you have an in with Orihime. After that, no chance.
A long time ago. That's why it's the same argument when people are saying no. Ichigo,
but like this transformation, I feel like this is the hollow just being like, you embarrassed me.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does.
Embarrassed me with Grim. Like, we are not repeating this again.
Oh hell! That's what the whole was like. Oh hell no! Finally, I'm gonna take care of business. Where is this person? What I like about it is like, Ukiura's like, impossible. Kurosaki Ichigo is dead. Who are you? And the way it answers it uses the force to bring the sword back to his hand. Swings it, destroys the roof, and then screams at him.
Didn't it like break one of his horns or something?
Oh no, that's what happens in the end, because they have a big Sarah standoff, which is like the equivalent of the Dragon Ball Z beam battle.
Green versus red or whatever.
Yeah.
It's black versus red.
Oh, right.
It just got green highlights. Remember, that's what he said about Ichigo's Getsuga Tensho. It's just like our Zeros, which explains a lot, given the effectiveness of Getsuga Tensho.
Not really. It's a Quincy power now.
It was it's everything, dog. It was everything.
The Quincy
That's what.
power, dog.
There's
It
this
doesn't
annoying
nothing your
itch
past,
right
something
here.
on how it's
No, technically it's still
Oh,
a hollow
super
power
new.
because remember they used to switch in and switch out.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so Getsuga Tensho and the Hollow didn't even bother using Getsuga Tensho. It was just an OP massive. It was an OP massive get your ass whipped.
Mm.
Mm.
Huh, I'm gonna open a can of whoop ass.
Oh,
on your
and what
candy,
that that's
A
where
can.
that time.
Yo, he
That's,
opened cans of whoop ass.
this is where
He
the term
stomped
vice.
that dude. He stomped him.
You know, before they used to say the Vastulodos are the most powerful of the whole of the Menos Grande, and we never got to understand what the Vastulodo were. When you saw Ichigo, the term Vastulodo, that's when it became. That's what people associated with this Ichigo's power. This is Ichigo's Vastulodo mode, because the way he was playing with Urukyora.
But also, like, isn't this where Orihime wanted Ichigo to stop? I'm like, why? Like,
No, after what's his name?
Ulquiorra.
After Ichigo basically captures a nuke with his bare hands, he cuts Urukyora in half, and then tears his face clean off, and then that's when you realize, oh, okay, something's wrong with Ichigo.
Yeah.
And then you see Urukyora is in half, but then he throws him aside, and then he's about to land the finishing blow, and then Uru, that dumbass, enters and is like, Kurosaki, it's enough. He's dead already. Ichigo, don't go any further, otherwise you lose yourself forever. Can you hear me, Ichigo? And then Shim throws the knife, chucks the knife straight through him.
That scene was way better than Kal-El. No.
Yeah.
Kal-El, no!
Also, I don't understand why they're trying to stop Ichigo. They've been killing hollows. Like, I didn't get it.
And
Well, I think it's the thing of because
That's right.
remember now there's a difference between like if you kill somebody and you torture somebody to death or something like that. Like, you know, if it's clean, if it's like the whole Shinigami thing is that it's supposed to be clean. It's supposed to be a purification. It's supposed to be a, you know, we
But
send.
he's a Quincy. Why does he care?
No, I'm saying they're homies.
Because they're
Like
friends.
his idea of Shinigami and what Ichigo is, it's totally different. So he knows
Also-
Ichigo a different way.
it's
So it's like,
like,
bro,
He's like,
I
don't do what I do.
it's basically like,
Basically.
No, but I'm saying if we get into it, right? Even when a
You're
Quincy,
better than me.
but hold on,
No,
Tila.
no,
If we get into what a Quincy does, ne, they don't sit there and dissect a hollow bit by bit and piece by piece. It's usually arrow to the head, boom, they gone forever.
Yeah.
So like, and Ishida also, he's not a person who's used to grizzly combat. He's had it relatively easy up until now in the Reaper game or whatever. He's never seen people get diced up and sliced up in half. Guy's been a library kid.
I'm just being.
no. I just wanted to say,
I know exactly what was happening. It was a
it's-
shonen moment.
Yeah.
it's the same as like, you know, I also say it's like a Christian trying to prevent a Muslim from drinking alcohol. Like, I can drink it, but
Yeah.
I won't lead you to sin. So don't drink it. Give it to me.
I get it.
Yeah,
Like,
but he was
I think
he
my
more
thing
useless-
is that
more useless than Orihime. Like, it's like the rules had changed there.
yeah.
I
It
want
was a
to
great
object.
fight though. It was a great fight though. Like, but
then-
it was like a Super Saiyan. It was kind of low key Super Saiyan because it was just like, oh, okay, you guys were sort of even, and now transformation, and now there's no more evenness. Like,
And then it's not just transformation, it's like the evil side of you took over. Typical, the Nine Tails is out and it's clapping pains cheeks left, right, and center. And
Now it's not funny anymore.
yeah, now it's not funny anymore. This is a serious fight. We need to stop this guy from killing everyone. It's
not
like it's since we're gonna
Stocado moment.
yeah, it's Draw Monster Cardo, it's the avatar status taking over.
Yamate Ichigo.
Hanase!
Can I ask you guys something?
Hi.
Do you guys think I'm not trying to insinuate that it is. I'm genuinely asking. do you guys think this fight and this moment was probably the most viral and most I don't know what's the word, the peak of Bleach in terms of its
No, I think
Yeah.
it's tied with Final Getsuga, because Final Getsuga was everywhere.
final.
The final Gezuga was everywhere, yes, but the combat,
But
the combat of
Like
this fight
emotion,
was,
the stakes here and the emotion.
and the amount of times people were putting up those damn wallpapers. That's why I couldn't put
yeah,
myself up to putting up the Vastolodo Ichigo, because whoa, was
I've
it
never,
everywhere?
and I don't think I ever will. That thing looks evil as heck.
People were
But
taking
yeah,
people were making tattoos.
I've
People were
definitely
making
seen
fan
more
art.
of this than
Yeah,
final.
yeah.
But I'm
And
saying, like, I think like Final Getsuga and Aizen, like Aizen was such a big build up that I think when they actually get to that moment and all of that stuff, and like also the design of Ichigo when he looked like he was like 10
like
years older or
like a
whatever.
ninja.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that, so I don't know.
so
But I'll take your guys' word for it, probably.
so at the end, Unohana tries to no, not Unohana. Orihime tries to stop Ichigo's. Please, Ichigo, stop! And then the whole looks at Ichigo's like, "I'll protect you. Don't worry." And then she realizes she's the one who caused this. It's like, I tried to be an independent woman, but now I ended up relying on his strength, and this is what led him going crazy and relapsing. And then you can see he was about to shoot a Sarah at poor Ishida, and that's when the other boy
Sakura's still worse.
that's when I'm speaking over you because of this. That's when because you can't have any more tangents. Third time's a charm. That's when Orihime's third boyfriend in this polyamory relationship jumps in and cuts off Ichigo's horn.
Yeah.
With pause again. The horn in his head. The horns in his head. For context, because
Hey guys,
Because that's what was
quick pause, guys. I have to jump off. The homework in packets. I have to help the kid with the homework here.
Oh no, thanks for joining us,
All right,
dog.
thanks for
man.
joining. Thanks for
Okay,
joining.
cool. I'll check you on Friday for the next one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Okay, coolio, man.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Sure.
Right.
He had a kid in the room the whole time. Oh my god.
Damn. Pause.
Oh my god.
But he was using it. So.
I think the you should title the chapter of this episode "Pause." The way we've been using that word today.
Yeah, you never know. Algorithms are weird. It might actually give us 100K just because it's pause.
The pause episode.
What? Just say Cat Williams 5 times. Cat Williams.
He's gonna appear.
Shannon Sharp. Cat Williams.
He's gonna show up like Bloody Mary in the mirror. You was fake, and you was fake, and that was not pimping, and this was not pimping. You are not pimping at all.
And I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I am going to call it what it is. I'm the only comedian that went into Hollywood without having to suck anyone's dick. I was like
Yamamoto shouldn't have been jumping on that thing in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened
I
there.
don't know
at
what
all.
happened.
Maybe it's because Ichigo was the main character.
Ichigo, that is not his daddy and that is not his mama. I am telling you now. Ichigo's daddy and mama, they were in a 5-way. They were having
polyamory relationship.
Things was
Why
going crazy. I saw it all.
It was not Aizen's plan all along. I said it.
No. All I'm saying is that if you were to call Maori and ask who and find out who Ichigo's daddy is, you'd be surprised who might be, because why on earth would somebody be so obsessed with their kid's entire life from a distance? It's giving an absentee father.
Soul Society is whack.
Enough,
Everybody,
Cat.
Soul Society is whack. It's all a lie.
That's enough, Cat. Stop it, Cat. Enough of that, Cat. Come on.
You have an allegiance to losers. Look at the Gote 13. They don't do anything.
Like, you have an illusion to lose. This is quite unlike you.
Sorry, Groot, man. We're just playing around, okay, Cat?
I love Cat Williams. Is like, yo, there's these 4 dudes. They were talking about some bleach or something like that.
All the way in Africa.
No, guys, I think that's it. Eh?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing else for this part. I guess Aizen is next week.
Yeah.
Do we still want to do top characters for the arc or not?
No, I think we've revised all our top characters of this part of the arc because it's still the same.
Oh, right.
Because it was the same as the last one. I think who did you say was the top characters in the last podcast?
For me, it was in this particular.
We're mixing this with Avatar. We didn't say our top character.
Oh,
okay.
right,
So who's our top characters then?
For this one,
This is technically what fake Karakura Town.
Yeah. And Hueko, end of Hueko.
I'll say for me, the character, even though he didn't do the most, but he is the character that had the most interest for me was Shinji.
Yeah, me too. He's the one.
Really,
that's on my mind.
I really gave a crap more about his character more than everyone else's.
I actually wanted him to defeat Aizen.
And then I would say, who did I resonate with the most? I think I would give it to Ukura.
That's fair.
Point in time, I'd give it to Ukura. I won't lie. I like the Ukura fight more than I like the Grimager fight, and I know people will be like, heretic, but I did. I enjoyed this one.
That Ukura fight, man, was so gut wrenching though. Like we felt it, man.
Even when he was dying.
For me, my favorite is number 0 of the Iran Cup.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
Showing like Aizen right now.
Aizen Sama. Maybe Aizen Sama is my pick. I don't know. I liked a lot of people in this, even though Genryusai was doing things that were out of, character, I guess. Yamamoto was also, he was a highlight for me. He was a standout. I might have to go Ishin, I think. I think Ishin's intro was really cool. I really like how he came in and did his thing for like 5 seconds before they said, "Hey, Chief, you're not the main character."
Not the main character.
Yes. Oh, we forgot to highlight that the death scene of Ukura was kind of poetic, because Ichigo was like, "No, I wanted to fight you as myself," and then it's like, "Oh, okay, I get you now." And then he looks at his girlfriend, the girl he's been trying to make this entire time. It's like, "Are you afraid of me, girl?" Like, no. Then he finally understands what her heart is. It's like, "Here, take it." And he crumbles to dust.
I read somewhere that he's still alive. Is it true?
No, he's dead. He's all kinds of dead.
Kubo has forgotten all about Ukiura.
Who's
There's
that?
no way he's going to show up again. It's like Akira Toriyama. If you're not there, we don't care.
Yes.
Like if Yamcha got bodied in Dragon Ball Super, I can bet you nobody would notice.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that's my ending thoughts.
We all said our favorites, right?
Yeah. I say Ishin. The way he came in was super cold and clean to me.
Yeah, I don't know if he was like, "Hey, Kishimoto's busy with the 4th, and people are like in the 4th. Let me do some." But anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out. I don't know if you guys are still watching at this point. Maybe I need to check out the analytics. But
to be fair though, we actually pared this one down because it's only 2.5.
Yeah, that's true. Because the tangents in the previous one.
We are getting better. We're in holiday mode last time. Forgive us. Now we are game face. We are focused. My mom is watching. She's gonna be taking marks. She's gonna be giving us reports. Now we're going to be in trouble.
We've all got Fs.
We're just lucky that she isn't actually commenting, because if she was, I was gonna come dressed up with a suit and everything, and I was gonna be using PG only language stuff.
The suit and Bible. There's a suit and Bible right here.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, please let us know who your favorite characters are, your favorite moments. Do you agree with our takes? Do you agree with the picks that we have? What was your favorite moment? Do let us know. Don't text us on WhatsApp. Don't text us, please, on WhatsApp. Comment here. And
I'm going to take all your comments that you put on WhatsApp and copy and paste them on my on the status. I will open a dummy account and copy there, and then I will respond like, "Oh, that's a good question." Like that's what I'm going to do from now on. It's like I'll create fake accounts. I've got Gmail. I'll just create dummy accounts for all of you. Try me, see what happens. What happens?
Oh, and yeah, do check out KC Media. There's a lot of stuff that we have there. We have tier lists. We have Avatar: The Last Airbender. The trailer's out, right?
Yeah, the trailer's out. So I guess
is it out already?
I guess we're doing that. What, tomorrow? We'll figure that out.
Friday. It's Friday.
Friday.
We're gonna react to it Friday. All right, cool.
Oh, let's do a group reaction. Let's see if we can do that. Can you organize that?
We could do it like this. Literally share a screen and press play.
Yeah, let's do that.
On Friday, right?
On Friday. That'll be awesome.
Okay, so we're all agreeing that we're not watching the trailer.
Nope.
As hard as we can. I don't know how you're gonna do that. It's Tuesday, but we'll do our best.
I'll let Zuko know then.
All right then.
All right, guys. Thank you for checking out. Africa is next, and we'll definitely see you guys next time. Cheers.
Haven't you signed out already?
Oh.